Where the fuck? There it is. Jesus. It is horrendously dark. I gotta fix that. Horrendously dark. Oh shit, I forgot about that. Goku, face the right damn way. I need another light in this bitch. I need another light. Alright. Could you not? There's no music. There's no music. It's all quiet and shit. Damn it, Tanjiro. Alright. Just doing the normal sharing of the stream nonsense. Okay. How we doing today? What's going on? What's going on with y'all?
My sister.
Oh, shit. I already have the first thing we're going to react to loaded up. That's what that was, by the way. Okay. Alright. Gotta wait for some people to get in here. I guess until then we can go ahead and play some music. Let me just play some basic shit. I haven't even logged into Legends today, bruh. Imagine. Get our free daily item. 10 equipment medals. Thank you, Legends. That's so useful with your 100 equipment medal slot removers. That took forever. I don't really like the next couple songs, so we're just gonna move over to a different one. I would personally say Ultra, but since he's the headliner, he might be an LF. Or they could really just tell everyone to go fuck themselves and make him an Ultra LF. But I really hope they don't. I need to do my daily match real quick, so uno momento, por favor. We'll start getting into some reactions, or to the reactions in a second. I already have. There's already one thing that I know I'm gonna react to. It's Pokemon related, but I found it quite interesting. I got like halfway through it, and I was like, yeah, no, I kind of just have to do a reaction to this. A full Ultra team, you say? Interesting. I must say, that is... I did not expect to see that. Part 2, Annie, will most definitely be Ultra Super Vegito. I just think there's no possible way that we don't get Ultra Super Vegito for Part 2. That's the reason why I'm leaning more towards LF for UI Goku. Because since he's the headliner, they're likely gonna do an Ultra in Part 2, and it's gonna be Super Vegito. We got some lag going on here, boys. Haha, you fell for it. Damn, he did that way too quickly. We'll let Frieza take these hits. All three of them are Frieza. I'll let Revival Frieza take these hits. Well, we'll swap out for this. Yeah, we'll swap out for that. You're gonna swap out of Ultra Vegeta here, and it's gonna you won't have an answer for the Angel Frieza. So. Nice main. How are you already back? We both just fucking stood there. That was freaky. Kako Seruta. I think I can kill. Ikimasu. Koko desu yo. Yep, Ultra Goku's dead. Alright, bet. Tomaruka. Can I even kill here? I don't even know if this kills. Oh, it does! Let's go! LF. Let's go. Gotta give this man the GG's. That was a no rush match. No rush match, full ultra team. Pretty interesting. Gotta give this man a GG. If we get a Tournament of Power Roshi, he's not gonna be buff. Love how my phone just goes down an entire 10% from one match. But alright, I think it's time we get into the reactions. So, because this first video that I have for us is an hour long. So we're definitely gonna be here for a minute reacting to this. But it's a Pokemon, I guess, challenge run? I guess? See, I would, but I usually don't do PvP, like, streams. If I ever do, they're on Twitch. Just because it's easier, but, I tend to just not do that. That's the problem. But yeah, it's I guess a Pokemon challenge run, like, loose challenge. But, it's by a YouTuber called Twins Inc. And it's a Pokemon magical girl run. So the premise is using Pokemon that fit the magical girl aesthetic. Because that's I'm guessing her favorite genre of anime. So I thought it was pretty cool. She's doing it in Pokemon Sword. And I thought we would go over the decisions that she makes throughout the playthrough, you know, critique what she could have done better, the things she did right. This is not, you know, going to be me just dogging on someone. It's basically me pointing out the strengths and weaknesses of her playstyle, her teams, her team, and basically at the end of the day, it's designed to make you better at Pokemon. So, you know what? I feel that. I feel that. So we're going to go ahead. We are going to hop into this video here. Like I said, it's an hour long, so we're going to be here for a hot minute. That was bright as hell. We're going to skip the introduction. I'm probably going to end up skipping over a few things in this video. Obviously, if you want to watch the video for yourself, go ahead and check out the channel. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to get into it here. So she loaded in, or not loaded in, but she transferred over some Pokemon as starters. Her Pokemon were Ralts, Gothita, and fuck it, I forgot what the first form of Hatterene is called. But that's those were the ones. She ended up going with Ralts, which is the better choice because Gardevoir forever. But she ends up going with Hatena. That's it. The Pokemon Leon presented to her. She ends up letting Hop take Scorbunny, which causes her a lot of problems. I'm willing to bet. But
I transferred the Ralts over
We're just gonna
into
go
the
ahead and start from
sunlight, and
here.
with that, we had our very first.
So her first Ralts is a gentle nature synchronize. Synchronize is a good ability. I don't really like Trace all that much. I don't really fuck with Trace simply because there's only but so many situations where Trace is going to actually be useful. Whereas Synchronize, if you get hit with a status condition, the other Pokemon also gets hit with it. You get burned, they get burned. You get paralyzed, they get paralyzed. You get poisoned, they get poisoned. So, me personally, I think Synchronize is a much better ability than Trace. Outside of those niche times where you Trace like Levitate or something, and you're just immune to an entire type for a battle. But Gentle Nature is not my favorite nature for a Ralts, especially early game, because Ralts is incredibly weak. Ralts is terrible. Gardevoir is really good. Ralts is not. And it's already got a really low physical defense stat. What Gentle Nature does is up Spadef, special defense, and minus physical defense. And everything early game is a physical attacker. So I foresee her having a lot of problems with with this gentle nature Ralts, especially since she can't overlevel it because since it came from another game because she had to transfer it in through Pokemon Home. If she gets this Ralts to level 20, if it evolves before she gets the first gym battle or the first gym badge, it's gonna stop listening. It's gonna stop listening to her. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how she gets around this. I think the most optimal play is Eevee. You can catch an Eevee on the route right outside of Turffield, and Sylveon most definitely fits the magical girl aesthetic that she's going for. And if she goes through this entire playthrough without a Sylveon, I'm gonna be mad. Also, another really high tier Pokemon for a challenge like this is Blissey. Blissey also fits the magical girl aesthetic. And while it's a DLC character, I don't know if she's going to include any DLC Pokemon. Blissey and also Blissey's fucking impossible to catch. But she's not doing a Nuzlocke, so she can just reset until she catches the Blissey. Those two Mons are so good for a challenge like this because they're really bulky, they can outlast anything, and they can deal with the Pokemon that kind of like mess up your entire team. Because when you're trying to do a Magical Girl run, right, you're gonna end up with a lot of Fairy types. That's just how that is. So Fire is gonna be a very big problem for you because Fire resists Fairy. Poison is going to be a very big problem for you. Steel is going to be a very big problem for you. But the great thing about Blissey is that it's a normal type, so it doesn't really care. Pretty much all the fire types except Cinderace are special attackers. So while Blissey isn't going to outlast Cinderace, that's what you have Sylveon for. Sylveon can deal with Cinderace defensively, and Blissey can deal with just about everything else. So those are like the two premier Mons that I feel like she needs to get. Again, if she's not including DLC, then definitely Sylveon. Sylveon is a must-have for this. Another Mon that I would say is really good here is Roserade. Very good against Nessa, very good against other fairies. And then she's gonna need some type of water type to deal with Cinderace because Cinderace is going to be a fucking problem because it's fast as hell and hits hard as hell. Cinderace is definitely going to be an issue in this, but just right off the bat, Gentle Nature Ralts I don't think is very good. I would much rather have a what is it? God, I forget what the actual nature is, but it's plus special attack minus physical attack, and that's probably like the best nature for a Ralts, for Gardevoir. But Gentle isn't like god awful. It's just really bad for Ralts specifically because it's already so frail, and you really don't want to be having to deal with lowered physical defense when you're dealing with physical attackers. But let's just go ahead and hop back in.
First magical girl on the team, and we were ready to truly begin our adventure. I spent some time leveling Sunlight up, as she was only level 1 at the time. It was during this training that I had a realization. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything that I'm gonna be catching in this area.
What's up, G Money?
So It's just gonna be me and Ralts for a. I just remembered that I can only have Pokemon up to a certain level. Ralts won't listen to me until I get some gym badges. Like Ralts will. I can only have it to a certain. I can only level it up so much. Hmm. I could only get Sunlight to level 20 before she'd stop listening to me without
Yeah, there you
the
go.
first badge. With that in mind, I decided to do my.
And also, yeah, there's nothing she can catch on Route 1 that fits that magical girl aesthetic. I think her best bet is obviously the wild area, but also the route right outside of Turfield. Um, she pretty much has to catch this Eevee. Is Eevee available in Pokemon Sword? It should be, right? I don't think Pikachu and Eevee are version exclusive. I'm pretty sure you can catch both of them on that route because I'm pretty sure I did in my Shield. So I'd be very confused if you couldn't catch Eevee in Sword. Let me just quickly check. Uh, Pokemon Sword. Okay, so yeah, you can catch both of them. Okay, yeah, you definitely can catch Eevee on the route outside of Turfield. So that is a premier mon that she needs to get.
Best to not over level her and proceeded towards the main story where I found my first real challenge. A Pokemon trainer battle? It's common manners for Pokemon trainers to battle when their eyes meet.
I don't know who decided that rule.
No. Oh.
Yeah, see, this is what I
A
mean, right?
devastating loss. I don't think I've.
She loses the first battle because Ralts already is incredibly weak, and then she's got that physical defense lowering nature. That's going to cause some major issues for her until it becomes a Gardevoir. I'd say until level 30, that nature is going to fuck her over. Because while Curlia isn't useless in the attacking department, it's still incredibly frail. So that gentle nature is really going to screw her pretty much until level 30.
Ever whited out in this game. Yeah, so it turns out that while Pokemon games have been a lot easier in the recent generations, it becomes a little more challenging when you use a Pokemon.
Something I don't actually agree with right there. I don't actually think Pokemon games have become easier. I just think people have grown the hell up and know how to play Pokemon. Like I don't. The only one that I would say is genuinely way too easy is X and Y. X and Y is the only game that I would say is actually just easier than all of the other ones. The difference is Pokemon games in the past had ridiculous level jumps. Like Claire in the Johto games, who were like 10, she was like 10 levels above everything else you were fighting in that area. So you were just wildly unprepared for that gym battle. But that's not difficulty, that's an unfair level jump that you didn't expect. So I wouldn't actually say that the Pokemon games are actually like any harder. The only Pokemon game that I would say was genuinely difficult, I don't know, maybe Emerald, and that's just me saying that because it was the second Pokemon game I ever played, and it was certainly harder than Fire Red and Leaf Green. So I don't know. I don't think Pokemon games have actually become easier. I just think people know how to play Pokemon now because it's been out for 25 fucking years.
With the same defense stat as tissue paper. I headed
Wrong. Tissue paper is far more durable than rolls.
back to train up some more, which also went really well. Don't.
Yeah, that's same type. That's stab,
Well,
peck.
until
Yeah,
I
no,
was
Rolls
ready
ain't
to
surviving
try
that
and
one.
proceed again. Okay, now let's try fighting.
I think what she could have done here was transfer two Pokemon over. Um, I think she could have done that and just like put a clause in there. It's like I'm treating this second Pokemon as my Route 1 encounter. I don't think anyone would have been too mad about that, but hey, I mean more I think I would have done that personally, but I would have probably done this as a Nuzlocke, not just a normal run anyway, so more power to you. More power to you actually trying to do this with just the rolls.
Youngster Timothy, or whatever his name was.
Also my stream
Alright,
buffered for a
youngster
second, so I
Jake.
gotta
Prepare to get destroyed. I'm 2 levels above you now, and I know confusion.
What the hell did you know before? Imagine having to grind for the
Excellent.
first trainer battle.
You've beat the one small child.
Imagine having to grind levels for the
With a
first
proper
trainer
victory
battle.
under
That's
our
just
belt
how
in the
bad
past,
Ralts
Professor
is.
Magnolia's house was a breeze.
Gardevoir is my
Everyone
favorite
talked
Pokemon
about
of all time,
Dynamaxing
but
for a
Ralts
bit,
is
and then it
so
was time
bad.
to
I
fight
love
Hop
Ralts.
again.
It's so cute, but it's
Alright,
so
Hop,
terrible.
let's go. This is gonna be a pretty different battle. Let me actually save.
You might want to save because this might be tough.
It's time for my legend to begin.
That Score Bunny is going to be a problem
I
for
also
her.
say something
100%.
quirky
That
and
Score Bunny is
interesting.
going to be a
I
problem
still
for her.
only had Ralts, and I knew Hop would have 3 Pokemon by this point. Sunlight's defense was still pretty trash, and there wasn't any
It's gonna
magic
stay
or
that way for a
Pokemon
while.
I could catch in the area to help her out. She'd have to beat Hop's Wooloo, Scorbunny, and Rookidee all on her own. Wooloo wasn't a problem, but Scorbunny had 2 major things going for it. It was fast, and it knew Ember. No!
So the thing about Ember or the thing about Burn is you don't really have to worry about it that much because Ralts is a special attacker, so it's not going to drop your attacking type. But obviously you don't want to be losing HP every turn, especially on a Pokemon that frail. I think the proper play would try and get sleep hacks. She knows hypnosis. I think the optimal play for Scorbunny, for the Scorbunny here, is to just try and sleep it. Hypnosis doesn't have the best accuracy, but at least it gives you some free turns, right? You can use a potion because she is using items in this playthrough, so you can use a potion on the first turn, and then that gives you at least 1 free turn, if not 2 or even 3, to damage this Scorbunny. So I think sleep would have been the proper play for the Scorbunny battle, but we'll see how she does.
Oh, this burn was a problem because I had nothing to cure it with.
Yeah, there's that problem
No
too.
burn heals.
See, that's another thing, right? You get burned when trying to set up to sleep, right? You can potion turn, you can burn heal turn 1, potion turn 2, and then hope that Scorbunny sleeps for a 3rd turn and get some damage in. So, yeah, I definitely think sleep was the more optimal play here.
Ugh,
But you do have to deal with the accuracy, so maybe just trying to brute force it is better if you don't want to try and deal with the mischance. But this isn't a Nuzlocke, so it's not like she actually has to worry about losing.
Fool! I didn't buy anything at the Pokemon Center. I was so mad that I was losing to youngster Jake. Ironically,
called him
my
everything
decision to
but
give
his
Hop
name, I
the
think.
Fire starter was the biggest thing standing in my way of victory here. So
Yeah, Scorbunny is 100% going to be your biggest problem. Cinderace, number 1, is just the best of the starters. Like, that's not even fucking debatable. Scorbunny is just miles ahead of Inteleon and Rillaboom in terms of viability, especially in Galar. It's far and away the superior starter. But yeah, fire type. Your fairy moves aren't that effective. Your only psychic Pokemon right now is Ralts. I actually did a fairy type run in Pokemon Sword once, a full fairy type run, and my starter was also Ralts. And I let Hop pick Scorbunny, and I gotta tell you, that was the worst mistake of my life. I actually hated it. I hated every single fight with Hop because I let him pick that. Yo, what's up, Alexis?
Hopping between potions and using confusion, I managed to take out Scorbunny, which just left Rookidee, a Pokemon who I'd had some trouble with before. Damn it all. However, my frantic leveling to beat youngster Jake paid off, as Sunlight...
I mean, yeah, you're fucking double the level of this Rookidee now, so... Rookidee shouldn't be a problem. You'll easily outspeed KO it. Yeah. I don't know. I think sleep probably would have been the better play for Scorbunny. It probably would have taken less time, but that is in the event that you actually fucking hit hypnosis, so...
was now faster than Rookidee and able to make it out in 2 turns. We won some.
Doesn't one-shot. That's
We're
actually
amazing.
I'm actually
Leon agreed
surprised
to
by that.
endorse us. Some stars fell from the sky and gave us the power to turn our Pokemon into kaijus, and then we were off again.
You're not wrong.
We're about to enter the wild area. That's exciting. So out with the twins, how many did you catch? I caught a really special one. And you got not one? What were you doing this whole time? You're going to want a team if you're a trainer. Well, none of them are magical girls.
I mean, fair enough. This is a magical girl run. This is a magical girl run,
Wow.
so
The wild area. So majestic. So pretty.
aside from the GameCube graphics, I actually do think the wild area looks pretty damn good.
So not enough trees for all the fanboys who think Skyrim still looks good.
Hey. Remember, they updated the water in the remastered version.
The wild area was huge for me, as this opened up tons of possibilities to catch new Pokemon. Something
Yup.
I needed desperately, as Sunlight was only 10 levels away before she wouldn't listen to me anymore.
And it's
So I
just
set out
bad.
to find more magical girls to join us.
You really need that Gardevoir to make it good.
Combi could work if we find a girl. That's a male Combi. The females have. There's one.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
I thought it was gonna run away. I've been playing a lot of Arceus
Vespiquen?
Legend.
Vespiquen is such a good mon. For like the first half of the game. Vespiquen that's a really good addition to the team. The bug type is very good early on. You're gonna be able to deal with Team Yell's dark types. You're gonna be able to deal with Marnie. It's not weak to anything on Hop's team except Corviknight and Cinderace. And by the time you're really dealing with, by the time Hop is a real threat, you'll have other Pokemon. So, Vespiquen is definitely a good one. Also super effective against Milo as well. Bug type is super effective against Grass. So there's also that as well. It's not weak to Nessa, so it'll be pretty decent for Nessa. Just not Kabu because fire, obviously. Yeah, Vespiquen, very good mon. Very good mon. Very good.
Excellent. Okay. Let's actually just let's put it to sleep, and then we'll just huck a ball at it.
You probably could have done Disarm Voice, but Combies aren't hard to catch, so
2.
it should be pretty. Yeah, easy catch. Easy
We
catch.
got it. And with that, a new member. joined
Another
us.
Gentle Nature. So Gentle Nature Vespiquen, I actually really don't like. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think if I gotten a Gentle Nature Combi, I would have just tried to get another Combi, because lowering any of its defense stats just isn't really good for it. Vespiquen Vespiquen's not very fast, but it hits really hard. So you want it to be able to take some hits. Gentle lowering its physical defense might be the worst thing. That might be the worst nature possible, but I don't know, man.
Party. Queenie was a nice addition, since I knew most of the Pokemon we could catch for this challenge would be Psychic or Fairy types.
Yep.
Having some diversity with our Bug and Flying Bee was incredibly welcome. I continued to make my way around the area, picking berries and scouting around for potential magical girls, until I made my way to Motostoke and the
That's a
game's
weird
first
sentence out of
air
context.
salon.
Here's a goddamn clip.
What a god. Our first transformation was complete, though there weren't any good new clothes to change into just
I think right now
yet. My
the
new
core
logo's
she's got
feeling
going
more
on with
magical than ever.
Ralt and
So, head
Vespiquen.
back out to the wild
Ralt
area
and
to look
Combi is
for
pretty
more
good.
Pokemon and do some leveling.
Yeah, definitely gonna want to level up that Combi.
I like those
Combi's gonna
giant
be
Pokemon
really
so much.
good. Combi's gonna be really
They're
good
so
for you.
cool.
Vespiquen's actually
Mudbray's
pretty
a
decent.
real cutie. Oh no.
Sunlight is not doing too well, bruh.
They're gonna be best friends.
Again, I love Ralts. Ralts is
Oh,
so
he
cute, but
wears
it's
their-
so bad.
Oh lord.
This P-Dove.
P-Dove just coming in trying to kill me.
This P-Dove just tried
The
to
Dwebbles.
just tried to
After the misadventure
drill
of the
run
wild
this-
area
her
were done,
right in the
it was
head.
time to head back to town and watch a bunch of cutscenes until I got to fight some hooligans making a ruckus. Team Yell.
Team Yell won't be a problem for her. The combination of Fairy and Bug, Team Yell is going to be way easy for her.
That terrorized Sunlight earlier, and her Bug typing was super effective against Team Yell's Dark types.
Yep.
With all that out of the way, it was time to go watch more cutscenes. So this is it. Now my legend really begins. You've said that like 4 times already.
Yup.
And then, to finish up any business we had in Motostoke. Oh, Challenger Twins, the chairman asked me to deliver this gift to you. Can you tell that I went through like 4 different voices for this lady because I couldn't tell who was talking for a second. Heading out to the next route, we encountered Hop again, and while I was riding high with my super powerful Queenie, I also knew that she'd be effectively useless against his Scorbunny and Rookity, but I still went into the battle confident in our abilities.
So she went with the sleep this time.
So yeah, Hop wasn't the one.
But Ralt is just so bad that it just doesn't do any damage.
An amazing stroke of luck where Sunlight survived an attack on 1 HP, and then Scorbunny hurt itself in its confusion. One starts now, from here in Motostoke.
What the fuck is that?
Started so many times, Hop.
Hey,
yeah! Was ours, but it was swiftly dawning on me that fire types were a bit of a problem.
What is that? Somebody get that.
For my team. It's good to recognize that
what the
fire
fuck
types have quite the advantage on us right now. And that might be something we want to look out for.
Yeah, fire types are definitely going to be a problem.
Because Kabu's gym will come up. Problem? Big problem? I can't think of a single rock type Pokemon who I think fits our magical girl criteria.
Nope.
The only water type Pokemon I can think of is Milotic. And like I mentioned, Feebas has a 1% chance of being found.
Can you even like evolve
so
Feebas?
I headed to the next route, hoping to find more Mons to add to the party. I did end up catching a Glossifleur named Flora here, but I really don't end up using it, so she can be like the friend character who doesn't become a magical girl, and there are 1 or 2 episodes where she's important, but for the most part, she just gets forgotten.
What the hell just
happened?
happened?
The route were nothing special, but this little girl had a Purloin, the only thing the
okay.
Pokemon Company loves more than electric rodents. Cats.
Thank you, Alexis.
Hind legs. I made my way to the nearby cave where I hoped perhaps Carbink could be found, but alas, Carbink isn't in Sword and Shield.
Carbink is in Sword and Shield, but it's in the Crown Tundra. So I think that basically tells us that she's not doing DLC. Which means Blissey's out of the question. But hopefully she does catch this Eevee outside of this cave.
The rock and fighting types of the cave were easy enough to deal with, and we soon made it to the end where Bede stood in waiting. I was chosen by the chairman himself, so that makes me more amazing than you. Okay. Bede's primary type.
It threw me the hell off too, bruh.
Continues to be a super valuable member of the team and swept through him.
Yeah, Combi fucking bodies Bede. Combi fucks Bede's day and all the way up. Especially early on when he's got nothing but psychic and fairy types, like actually just nothing but psychics. Oh my god, yeah, no. He actually just can't deal with Combi.
Man, Bede, you're trash. And Bede's
what was that?
Exciting because that meant I was at the end of the cave and I knew there'd be lots of Pokemon for me to catch on the other side. Oh, Pumpkaboo.
Pumpkaboo.
Got it.
Interesting. I don't think you can evolve that though.
Excellent.
Badoo is a very good one. I even mentioned Roserade. Roserade is a very good mon for this challenge. Absolutely.
Got it. Oh, I found it.
Alcreamy's also pretty good.
Hell yeah. Harbinger the Pumpkaboo, Mamoru the Budu, and Parfait the Milcery all joined the team. The type coverage of my magic...
I don't really... Pumpkaboo's like, alright, I'm not too big a fan. But, Budu and Milcery definitely good encounters here.
Mons was slowly beginning to expand, and it was at
all of them are gentle nature too. What the hell?
time that I made a wild discovery. Ooh. Oh, it's got Pokerus! If you don't know, Pokérus is a beneficial
I have
in-game
never
virus
gotten
that
a
doubles the
legitimate
amount
mon
of
with
effort
Pokérus.
values, or EVs, your Pokemon get from battling. In short, it makes your mons stronger faster, and with a 1 in 21,845 chance of your Pokemon contracting Pokerus after a battle, it's more rare than finding a shiny.
Significantly
Which, actually,
more.
fun fact, I've actually had my Pokemon develop Pokerus more times than I've encountered shinies. Seeing this as a sign of good luck, I trained up my new members and marched confidently to the first gym. Cool, we're this far into the video.
So she doesn't catch the Eevee. That is a mistake. That is a huge mistake because you can easily have a Sylveon before Nessa. Because all you need to do to get a Sylveon is get Eevee's friendship maxed and then level it up while it knows a fairy type move. So what you do is you catch it, go to the Pokemon Center, go to the move reminder, teach it Charm. That's its fairy type move. And then you just do 2 rounds of camping. 2 rounds of camping, you can max out. You can just play with it with the toys or whatever. You can get Eevee up enough friendship for it to evolve. Then just level it up 1 time. You could legitimately have a Sylveon before you even fight Milo, and that is way too good. Like Sylveon, I feel like should be a priority mon in this type of run. It 100% fits the magical girl aesthetic that she's going for, and it's just really fucking good. So I'm very confused by the decision to not catch the Eevee and evolve it into a Sylveon. Umbreon is a dark type. Sylveon's the fairy type. Umbreon is dark. And realistically, most of the evolutions I say fit the magical girl aesthetic. I would argue that Vaporeon, Espeon, and Glaceon also fit the magical girl aesthetic. Umbreon and Jolteon, maybe not, but I don't know. Like, Eevee should have been a priority catch in this area, 100%.
Oh, and I'm only just now, finally, getting to a gym.
We are 15
Milo,
minutes
the
into this video, and she's just now getting to the first gym.
grass type leader was of no concern to me. All of my mons could handle his grass typing just fine, and Queenie and Mamoru had moves that were super effective against him.
Yeah, Espeon is psychic, Umbreon is dark. They were introduced as the light and day. They were introduced as the light and the day and night versions of each other. Because remember, Johto introduced day and night. So you got Espeon during the day and you got Umbreon at night.
Sunlight's evolving! So pretty. Oh my gosh, and Queenie is evolving?
Vespiquen is so good.
Wow. To say it went well would be a bit
Vespiquen is going to be
Not
so
only was
good
the
here.
gym an easy time for my team to handle, but both Sunlight and Queenie evolved too. And it was a new day for me, so I headed back out to the wild area to see if I could find any other Pokemon I could use. Any Mews around here? Oh, actually. This is exactly what I wanted.
You know, I'm not too big a fan of the Bounsweet.
Perfect Pokemon for this challenge. I named her Popstar, and then proceeded to
Line.
immediately trip over one of the Stuffles surrounding me.
I think your grass is perfectly fine with just Budu. Roserade is just a better Pokemon, and I don't really think this is a necessary catch, but it's fine.
Excellent. Oh, fuck.
Just ran right into that
Because I
motherfucker.
felt the stuffed toy vibe of it could fit with our magical girl theme, specifically pulling from how Caraberos pretends to be a toy around other people, but I was pretty happy with my current team and wasn't sure how I felt about that just...
So looking at her current team, right? She's got 3 grass types, a fairy, a psychic fairy, and a bug flying. So she's got a fairy, a psychic fairy, a bug flying, a ghost grass, a grass poison, and a pure grass. That is really poor type diversity, which I expected, right? In this type of run, it's expected that you're going to have really poor type diversity, but she really doesn't have anything that can deal with Hop or Kabu. The main issue here is she's got nothing here that can deal with Kabu. Almost her entire team, 4 of her 6 Mons, are weak to fire. And that is a major problem considering Hop is running around with Score Bunny and you still have to fight Kabu. This team's going to be really good against Nessa. I actually think Nessa is one of the harder gym leaders in the game. But half her team is strong against Nessa, so she really shouldn't have a problem dealing with Nessa. But once she gets to Kabu, if she needs to catch a water type. I don't know what water type she's gonna catch, but she needs to catch a fucking water type because this isn't gonna work. Like 4 of your 6 are weak to fire, and then the other 2 that aren't weak to fire can't damage its fire type Pokemon because fire resists fairy. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a challenge, most definitely. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Justification for Stuffle, and so sent Cutie to the box. I ran around the wild area for a bit, training up my team and hoping to find someone who would sell me food for camping, and then made my way to Route 5 to
Hang out. They hang out around the trees in the wild area. You gotta search the trees.
start heading towards Hulbury and Nessa's gym. The trainers and Pokemon in the area gave me quite a bit of trouble, actually. Still being so limited on how much I could level up Sunlight before she'd stop listening to me made me overall unwilling to level the whole group up too much. I wasn't too
Fair. That Milcery is gonna be really good because once you get to Motostoke, you can immediately evolve it into an Alcremie because all you got to do is get one of the sweets and then just spin. So you can get an Alcremie before you even fight Kabu, which is really good. Well, provided the cafe guy gives you one of the sweets. And while Alcremie is not going to be all that useful for Kabu himself, Alcremie is one of my favorite Pokemon from Sword and Shield because it's really good support and defense Pokemon. And it's just really good. Alcremie is actually really good. Gigantamax Alcremie is probably one of the best Gigantamaxes out there, simply because of what her max moves do. And Alcremie is definitely a very good fit for this team. Definitely going to be one of the premier Mons, one of the MVPs of the team. I feel moving forward. So, still a bit upset that she didn't catch that Eevee and get a Sylveon because she 100% could have had a Sylveon before fighting Nessa, and I believe Sylveon learns Magical Leaf, which would have been amazing for Nessa. So, bit upset about that, but we'll see what happens.
concerned about it though, since the majority of my team had a type advantage to Nessa's water Pokemon.
Got more evolutions. Let's go.
Even if my magical Mons were a little underleveled, I was confident that the second gym would be a breeze. So
See, that confidence is about to get you fucked up. Like I just said, Nessa's actually one of the harder gym leaders in the game. And her Dreadnought, while being 4 times weak to grass, is a problem. So don't walk into Nessa's gym thinking you're just gonna body the shit out of it.
I made my way through Route 5, beating some Team Yell goons, getting a bike, and having a much easier time fighting Hop again. Hop, you're going easy on me. And then I finally made
Fucking
it to
growl
Hulbury,
against a
proceeded
special
to run
attacker?
around
Yeah.
the town looking for a boutique that I convinced myself was here, but isn't.
Bro, I feel you. I swear to God, when I first got Shield, I spent like 5 minutes searching around for a boutique in Hulbury just to realize that there was none. I felt so dumb.
No. There is no outfits here. I'm wrong and stupid. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. And then swiftly made my way to the gym. I made it through the water maze puzzle with absolutely no problem. I've trapped myself. I was so confident too.
I did that on my
Everyone
first
knows I'm
playthrough, yeah.
Stupid now. And began the fight with Nessa. My type advantage with my army of grass types was clear. And
Let me see the
halfway
levels. Level 22. Level 20. I don't know how you're gonna deal with Dreadnought. I don't think you're gonna outspeed Dreadnought, because Nessa's Dreadnought is actually pretty fast. I don't know how you're gonna outspeed Noko. None of your mons are that fast. That's the problem. Budu's not that fast. Popstar's not that fast. I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna outspeed Dreadnought. I don't know how you're gonna deal with that. Nessa's hard. Like, don't people like to say that these Pokemon games are easy, bruh. Nessa is actually pretty difficult.
Battle, I had what I thought was a great idea. I've actually got a Giga Brain idea. Well, Dynamax.
No, no, don't Dynamax now. You have to have that Dynamax for Dreadnought so you can survive the hit. Don't Dynamax against the Arrokuda. Arrokuda's not the problem. Oh, I don't think I agree with that play. I don't think I agree with that play. Let's just see how it works out. Let's just see how it works out because maybe she is Giga Brained and I'm the dumb one here. Maybe she's so galaxy brained that I just can't comprehend the genius behind this play. But I don't know. I don't know about this one.
Ahead of time.
Because you're not gonna outspeed at level 22. You're not gonna outspeed Dreadnought. So how do you deal with Dreadnought then? If you don't have your full turns of if you don't have all 3 turns of Dynamax, how do you deal with Dreadnought?
Or she sends out her final Pokemon. And that idea probably would have been okay if it weren't for the fact that Nessa's Dreadnought is actually Sonic the Hedgehog in disguise.
You're too slow!
Oh, Popstar, no!
And then your Dynamax got one shot. Nah, see, the proper play here with your Pokemon being as low level as they are is you Dynamax with Dreadnought and then you Max Guard. You Max Guard all 3. If you fail one, then that's fine. Dreadnought's not going to sweep you if you fail one of them. But you Max Guard. You have to get rid of Dreadnought's Dynamax here because otherwise it just sweeps you.
Oh no, it knows Crunch.
See, yeah, Dreadnought's just sweeping now.
Why is Dreadnought so fast? With a little bit of hope and the power of one Max Revive, we did manage a victory, but this battle made it clear that my Pokemon were a little too underleveled. Even with my type advantages, we had almost lost, and I didn't have the same...
Realistically, you did lose. Like, all of your Pokemon fainted. You won because of a Revive. I'd say you did lose. But, yeah, Nessa's not something you can just breeze over, even if you have a Grass type. Nessa is not something you can just breeze over.
Cushion of good typing for Kabu's gym next. Kabu's ace is Centiskorch, a fire bug type Pokemon. Its fire typing was super effective against most of my Mons, and the bug typing was super effective against my Psychic Sunlight. And
oh yeah, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, that's right. So Centiskorch is super effective against 5 of her 6 Mons. And then the one Mon that isn't weak to bug or fire is resisted by fire. So, I mean, Alcremie can definitely put up some damage numbers if you build it properly, but Alcremie is much better at support and defense. You wanna build Alcremie as someone who's gonna inflict a status condition or build up Calm Minds. If you're gonna have Alcremie do damage, you gotta build it super defensively so that it can set up a bunch of Calm Minds and then sweep. Alcremie is not going to help you against Kabu. It's just not. So fuck. How do you deal with Kabu? I don't think you can get a Milotic this early. Because I don't know if you... Because in order to evolve Feebash, you got to get the Prism Scale and then trade it, right? It's a trade evolution. And the only way to catch a wild Milotics are strong Pokemon. They're strong overworld Pokemon, so they're way too high a level for you to catch right now. Like, the lowest level wild Milotic is like level 40 something. You're not catching that. So... How the fuck do you deal with Kabu? What other water types fit her magical girl aesthetic? I don't know. I actually don't see how you deal with Kabu. Like, does Kabu just like wall this run? Is that why it's an hour long? Does Kabu just like wall the hell out of this run? How the fuck do you deal with Kabu? The biggest problems are going to be Arcanine and Centiskorch. Centiskorch is basically super effective against your entire fucking team. And then Arcanine is fucking Arcanine. Like, I don't know how you're going to get... I don't even know how you're going to get past the Arcanine to deal with the Centiskorch. Shit, man. Let's see how she does it. Let's see. I'm actually intrigued. I want to see how she does this.
I didn't really believe that Parfait had what it took to sweep through his entire gym.
No. Even if you evolved it into Alcremie, Kabu's not going to let you live long enough to set up 6 Calm Minds and sweep. He's just not going to let you do it.
Which is when I remembered Cutie sitting in the box. My sister, Judgmental Critter, is more...
I don't know if Cutie's going to do anything, though, because doesn't Cutie have, like, Fluffy? Which makes fire-type moves more effective against it? Maybe she got a different ability.
Familiar with the Madoka Magica mobile game than me, so I asked her if any of the girls in that game fought using a toy. She then showed me Ashley, who fights with a teddy bear, which meant Cutie was totally viable to join the team. However, while Cutie's normal fighting typing...
It does have Fluffy. It has Fluffy. No, it's useless. It's entirely useless in this gym. No. Cutie is 100% entirely useless in this gym.
Wasn't weak to Kabu's fire like most of my other Pokemon. Stuffle's ability, Fluffy, meant that fire was still very much a threat for her.
Fluffy actually makes fire more of a weakness than the rest of them. Because super effective is what, 1.5 times? Fluffy makes it take double damage. So it actually takes more damage from fire types than your fucking bug or grass type Pokemon would have taken.
I hoped that perhaps Fluffy would...
Granted, you also got to deal with Stab, which is another 1.5, so that makes double, I guess, so.
Wouldn't be too much of an issue, and proceeded to the second cave.
Well, no, because Stab would then also increase the 1.5 for Stuffle as well. So yeah, Stuffle will just end up taking more damage. What's up, Kaneki?
Where I found
How we doing
a
tonight?
water-type Pokemon that I super couldn't use as magical girls. I decided...
Yeah, no, Gastrodon 100% does not fit a magical girl aesthetic. How the fuck do you deal with Kabu? What do you catch here that deals with Kabu? Like, what the fuck do you catch here that deals with Kabu?
To detour back to the wild area in hopes that while leveling up Cutie, I could find another Pokemon to help with the fiery challenge ahead. Come here.
Purloin? Nah, Purloin's not gonna help you either because Purloin's weak to bug. It's a dark type. Purloin's weak to bug. Centiskorch is just going to sweep your team. Yeah, sure. 100%. Centiskorch is just gonna sweep your team, bruh. Oh my god. And that's if you make it past Arcanine.
I caught Tsukuyomi, a Purloin that was 3 to 4 levels above my team. She didn't have the Fluffy ability, and so wouldn't have a problem with Kabu's fire. My plan...
Not the fire, but does have a problem with the bug!
...was to swap her in for one of my many grass types, so Cutie, Parfait, and her could all work together to defeat Kabu.
That is such a terrible combination! So we've got basically weak to fire, weak to bug, resisted by fire. How the fuck do you deal with Kabu?
I ran around the wild area a bit more to level up Cutie. Oh, actually, it'd be good to fight Ghastlies, because Cutie only knows Dark-type moves.
This normal fighting type only knows Dark-type moves? What the hell? Level 36!
We shouldn't be here. And then
Nope.
headed back to the cave. I fought Bede, did some
Tell me you fought that brilliant, or caught that brilliant Shellos.
fishing, fought Team Yell.
Team Yell is so trivial in this challenge. Like, easy.
I wonder if the grunts can get off sync with their headbanging.
They can.
They became desynced, isn't that funny?
Pseudo revival units. That'd be interesting. A revival unit idea that I once had is a unit that revives into a different unit. So my idea of it was an Android 16 that when he dies, he's then replaced by Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So it's a revival unit, but the first character actually does stay dead and is instead replaced with another character. It would make team building a nightmare, but the leader slot exists for a reason.
And before I knew
Roselia,
it,
let's
take
go.
on the next gym. I was nervous about Cutie's fluffy ability, but was hopeful that it wouldn't be that bad. Oh. Okay, so Cutie can't handle fire that well, but we still have Tsukuyomi.
No, it
I
can't.
sent her out knowing she'd be fine against Flame Wheel, but then
Yeah, I actually really like the idea of like an Android 16 that revives into Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So like the revive animation is obviously like 16, he gets his head crushed, and then Gohan, you know, he does his little crying and screams, and then you got Super Saiyan 2 Gohan as your unit now. Yeah, I think it would be better if like let's just say like 16 and Gohan are in LF, right? They could easily do androids, hybrids, and Cell Saga, right? They could easily do that. But as a normal unit, I think it would be best if they just buffed a Saga, right? Like Cell Saga, or maybe hybrids. If they wanted to give them a tag, I think hybrids would be the better tag. But again, it really doesn't matter what they buff because the leader slot does exist. But if a unit is only ever good in the leader slot, then probably not the best. But yeah, I think it'd be better for those types of units to be LFs just because you can give them 2 tags in an episode. So you can actually have him buff androids, hybrids, and Cell Saga. And that way he just fits on the teams.
very suddenly remembered something. Her bug typing was super effective against Team Yell's dark types.
You forgot!
Oh no! Bug's good against dark.
Yeah!
Even with my new members, my team was still just as unfit to fight this gym as it was before. I couldn't handle.
I should make a concept video for 16 Gohan Revival. I should do that. The only reason why I didn't was because back when I actually came up with that idea, hybrids were still like the best team in the game, and I didn't think people would want to see more hybrid shit. But nowadays, I don't think people would really care if we got some more hybrids. Honestly, personally, I kind of want to see some more hybrids. Mainly because FSK Gohan isn't as much of a problem anymore, because there's shit in the game that can actually deal with him. So, yeah, certain units would be a bit iffy on what they buff, so I feel like most of them would have to be LF so that you can give them multiple buffs, but there's some other ones that would be interesting, like, fuck, what was it? Like, fuck, I can't remember what it was now. I'm stupid. I'm actually dumb. I cannot remember for the life. Vegeta. Fucking Vegeta. That, from the Tournament of Power. When he loses, he gives Goku his energy. And you could do a Vegeta into Goku revival unit that way. So it's a base form Vegeta that revives into Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Alright, peace out, Kaneki. Cool.
A single Sizzlepede without nearly getting TKO'd, I'd never be able to beat Kabu's Gigantamax Centiscorch. I forfeited from the challenge and headed back to the wild area to train. I started doing max raid battles for the extra EXP and in hopes that
We are one
maybe
like
I'd
away from the
find
5
a
on
Feebas
stream. Let's go ahead and
somewhere.
hit that.
As I level grinded, I knew that it wouldn't be enough to just try again with the same team a little bit stronger. I needed something that was actually good against fire types.
Yeah.
If not for Kabu now, for Hop and Leon's battles later.
Yup.
My mind was trapped on Feebas since I knew Milotic would fit my magical girl theme.
Again, you can't. I mean, obviously you can just trade Feebas and get the Milotic, but you need the Prism Scale. And not every Feebas comes with a Prism Scale. So if you catch a Feebas that already has a garbage catch rate, or not catch rate, a garbage encounter rate, and then it doesn't have the fucking Prism Scale with it, what the hell do you do?
But even as I tried in vain to find one, I realized how not helpful it would be anyway, as Feebas doesn't learn any water type moves until it evolves.
Yeah, Feebas is pretty useless.
There must be something, anything I could use here. Water type Pokemon are so often ethereal and majestic, there's gotta be more than just Milotic that I could use. So I took a break to eat my shitty lunch of a couple handfuls of goldfish crackers and looked up the full Sword and Shield Pokedex online. And then I found it. Goldeen! I've always thought Goldeen was pretty, so I flew.
Goldeen? Does that really fit a magical girl aesthetic? It's just a fish with a horn. Like, it's actually just a regular fish with a horn. You know what? It's your playthrough. It's your rule. Your playthrough. Your rules. Who am I to say that doesn't count?
Back to Route 5 where I could fish one up and began my quest. After 7 minutes of fishing.
Why didn't you just surf in the wild area? You can catch Goldeen pretty easily in the wild area.
Finally, I found one! I easily caught the Goldeen, named him Kimono, leveled him up with the EXP candy I'd collected from my max raid battles earlier.
Swift Swim is such a good ability. Another gentle nature, what the hell? But Swift Swim is such a good ability. Hopefully it knows Rain Dance, though.
And taught him Waterfall and Throat Chop. Great. Good. Now let's try Kabu's gym. We weren't guaranteed a victory now, but we weren't.
Alright, so this team, Goldeen, Purloin, Roselia, Milcery, Curlia, Stuffle. This has to be a Goldeen sweep. Because literally all 5 of your other Pokemon here are utterly useless in this gym. Curlia can do some damage, but it's not going to outspeed any of Kabu's Pokemon, and it's going to die in one hit. So, while Curlia's psychic moves are useful, Curlia itself just isn't in this gym. It's not going to fucking outspeed Arcanine. Fucking Curlia is not going to outspeed fucking Arcanine. Yeah, this basically just has to be a Goldeen sweep. Honestly, it kind of makes me want to try this challenge myself. Maybe I will. It's not something I could really record, though. That's the problem. Because I can't record my Switch. But I could always just talk about how the playthrough went, and you just have to fucking trust me.
Doomed to fail either. I flew back to Motostoke and entered into the challenge again.
Also, you're in Motostoke. Why don't you have the Alcremie? Just out of curiosity, why didn't you get the Alcremie yet? Like, even if the cafe guy didn't give you the suite, you could just move your Switch's clock up a day and challenge him again and just keep doing that till you got the suite. Why do you not have an Alcremie? Why do you still just have a whatever?
And immediately.
Why do you not have the fucking Sylveon? Actually, whole time, Sylveon would have been really good in this gym because it could actually outlast fucking Kabu's Pokemon. If you got a female Eevee, you could attract the shit. Actually, I don't know what fucking gender Kabu's Pokemon are. But you could try and attract his Pokemon so that they can't fucking hit you. Charm the shit out of them so that they can't hit you back with good damage. And then let Goldeen fucking kill him. Why do you not have Sylveon here. Sylveon's so good here.
Things went smoother with Kimono's inclusion. Amazing how having a Pokemon that's not super weak to your opponent helps. I finished the trial, and now I just...
Both Sylveon and Alcremie actually could have filled that purpose, but you didn't get the sweet from the cafe, and you didn't catch the Eevee. Why? I think this is the first part of this playthrough that's like, it's a genuine critique. She made a massive mistake not catching that Eevee and not evolving the Milcery and going for a moveset that cripples Kabu's Pokemon. Because the biggest problem that she's having in this playthrough is she's just trying to brute force everything. Some battles, you can't just brute force it, especially in challenge runs. You have to be more strategic about it. You have to be able to, you know, spend those extra turns to set some stuff up. You know, cripple the Pokemon. They're not going to swap out, so you can cripple a Pokemon. I don't know. It's just not... It's not optimal, right? This what she's doing is not optimal, but it's definitely not bad, right? If she can find a way to brute force her way through all the gyms, by all means. But I feel like you would have had much less headache in this playthrough had you caught the Sylveon and evolved your Milcery and just tried to cripple Kabu.
Just had to fight Kabu. All right.
Ninetales shouldn't be a problem. It's fast,
well,
but it shouldn't be a
Kimono
problem.
Able to two-shot Kabu's Ninetales, but Arcanine was much bulkier.
Much bulkier, much faster, hit much harder. Arcanine is just ridiculous.
His special defense stat wasn't as cracked as his physical defense, I swapped in Sunlight.
No, Arcanine is just really good all around.
With the aim to use Hypnosis
Why do
to
you
give
hate
my
everything?
Magical Mons an advantage. Tsukuyomi was able to get a little bit of damage in before also falling to this
How the fuck are you gonna deal with this Arcanine?
dang Arcanine. It was just too strong, too fast. My only hope was to reattempt the plan I'd had for Nessa and Dynamax now, and hope that Centiskorch doesn't one-shot
Not the worst option. Arcanine is definitely a better Pokemon than Centiskorch, so using your Dynamax here isn't like a terrible thing, but I don't know.
Mono like how Nessa's Dreadnought had done to Popstar. Luckily, this time, I was faster. That's what we like to see. Unluckily, Goldine's defense stat isn't that good. I figured that all I could do at this point was just wait out the Dynamax and revive Kimono while I could. Parfait couldn't last long enough to use Attract on him, so I sent out Mamoru in hopes that...
Your Milcery would have survived that max hit had you evolved it. Had you evolved that Milcery into an Alcremie, it would have survived that hit. Just saying. It would have survived that hit had you evolved it.
He'd at least be able to poison it, which he did. And it turns out that Kimono's not the only magical boy on the team who outspeeds Centiskorch. Kabu will probably heal here. He didn't! We did it! We did it! The looming threat of Kabu's gym will haunt us no more.
Honestly, you got hella lucky that Centiskorch went for Bug Bite instead of Flame Wheel, because had it gone for Flame Wheel, that would have been an instant loss. Luckily, Poison resists Bug, but the AI is kind of stupid in Pokemon, so it sees that Bug is super effective against Grass, but it doesn't really take into account that Poison resists it. So, it's going to go for Bug Bite.
Tsukuyomi is...
It's basically a 50-50 chance on whether it went for Flame Wheel or Bug Bite, because both are super effective against Grass. And you got the roll where it went for Bug Bite, which is the only fucking reason you won that battle.
Cool, I chose to keep Queenie on the team instead, but...
Vespiquen is definitely the better option here. You keep fucking Vespiquen on the team. Vespiquen is so good. Vespiquen is so good. You keep Vespiquen on the team. I would say for the rest of the run, honestly. Like, Vespiquen will continue to be useful for the rest of the run. I would say the Pokemon that you keep for the rest of the run are Roserade, Gardevoir, Vespiquen, and Alcremie. Those are the mons that you keep for the rest of the run. Obviously, at some point, you replace Goldeen with Milotic, and then Cutie you replace with whatever the fuck. I don't really care. But I would say Roserade, Gardevoir, Milcery, and Vespiquen you keep for the entire run. Cutie you replace with fucking Sylveon. It's like I'm not gonna complain about Blissey because she's obviously not doing DLC mons, which is fine. The Isle of Armor does scale to your level, by the way, so you can go to the Isle of Armor and catch a Blissey at a regular ass level, but it's fine. She's not doing DLC mons. I would have gone for the DLC mons. Me personally, if I was doing this challenge, I would have gone into Kabu's gym with a Blissey and a Sylveon, and they would have carried me through that gym, 100%. I would have had Blissey set up against it, and then I would have brought in Sylveon, stack up some Calm Minds, and sweep. But, you know, you really don't even need a Water-type Pokemon to deal with Kabu. But, obviously, she's like I said, she's not doing DLC mons, so Blissey's out of the question anyway. But the Sylveon is really hurt. I'm gonna keep saying that until she fucking catches one. Like, her not having a Sylveon fucking hurts.
Mono had proved to be an invaluable member of the team, and so I had to make a decision about my Grassies.
Your grass type is easily Roserade. Easily. You easily keep Roselia here. 100%. Roserade is so much better.
Sucks. I like Mamoru and Popstar so much.
You box Popstar. Easy. You box Popstar and you keep Mamoru. Mamoru is so much better.
But, like, there's just too much overlap between them. I don't need both of them.
There's not too much overlap. You pick the one that's grass poison so you can deal with the fucking fairy types. Because you're probably not ever going to have a steel type on this team. So you keep the poison type so you can deal with the fucking fairies.
Unsure about which one to keep for the long.
She picked Popstar. That's a mistake. You need to be able to deal with the fairies. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do against fairy types? Fuck are you gonna do against fairy types? Fairy is weak to steel and poison. What are you gonna do against the fairies? You don't have a steel type.
I decided to be flippant and swap out between them for a bit, bringing Popstar along for now. Kabu, Nessa.
Fair enough. Okay, honestly, like, Roselia isn't really all that great. If she keeps Popstar until she gets the Sunstone and then brings Roserade back, fine. But Popstar is 100% the lesser of the two.
And Milo saw us off with a sporty chant, and we were off again. The new wild area was exciting for a lot of reasons. I caught a Vanillite that I didn't really plan on using, but I wanted to catch it anyway, so I could name it Snack with 2 Ks.
Funny jokes.
I changed my bike outfit color, and Cutie evolved. So cute. Once it accepts you as a friend, it tries to show its affection with a hug. Letting it do that is dangerous. It could easily shatter your bones. Holy shit.
It's such a morbid Pokedex. I never actually read the Pokedex entry for Beware. What the hell? Alright. Fuck it. Oh man. Fun fact, I've never used a Beware before. Maybe that's something I'll do in my next playthrough. I should do a playthrough challenge in Sword and Shield.
There was also this really weird thing where the background music just stopped playing.
The wild area does that sometimes. There's one specific part of the wild area. No, actually, there's two. There's 2 parts of the wild area that don't have any music for some reason. Also, in chat right now, let me know what type of playthrough challenges would be fun. I do have a Pokemon channel that I haven't uploaded anything on yet, but I do have a Pokemon channel. So let me know if there's any playthrough challenges.
Isn't there any background music? Which was nice, but
I mean,
also kind of creepy, so I just continued forward until
it is kind of creepy. Let me know what type of playthrough challenges you guys might want to see. It'd be easier if they were possible in ROMs because I can easily record ROMs off of this. Whereas if I have to do it on my Switch, yikes. But I'm not opposed to it. I can just record in front of my screen. I'm not really that hurt by it. Let me know what type of playthrough challenges you guys might want to see.
I made it to the next town, Hammerlock.
By the way, we're only 27 minutes into this video, and I've been live for 80 minutes. I started this fucking reaction like 10 minutes into the stream. Skipping that.
Needed to evolve Parfait, and swiftly got my ass handed to me, not helped by the fact his mons were 10 levels
So you went to the cafe here, but you didn't go to the cafe in Motostoke. Why? Why did you not go to the cafe in Motostoke?
above mine, but it also opened my eyes to just how not prepared for fairy-type enemies I was. Fairy is weak to steel and poison, and with that realization, I definitively decided to keep Mamoru on the team over.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mamoru is such the better choice than Popstar.
Popstar.
But go back to Motostoke and evolve Parfait.
I ran around Hammerlock a bit.
Get the fuck out of Hammerlock. Go back to Motostoke and evolve Parfait so you can actually... God damn it.
Found some candy on the ground. Chairman Rose gave me a science lesson. I looked at some pictures with Sonia and was on my way again. Hop and I encountered some more Team Yell members, and he made me do all the fighting because he was too busy pouting. And then Gym Leader Opal made her first appearance. She seemed interesting, but unfortunately she raced away before I could talk to her anymore. I'll keep an eye on you, child. I want to see what you can do.
She raced away, did she?
Thank you, Opal. I had a lot of trouble in this area, having to run
Man,
back
she's
and forth to the
88 years
Pokemon
old.
Center.
Give her a break.
Durants were a real problem specifically, but...
Durants are such an issue. Oh my god. Beware can deal with them no problem, but oh my god. Durant is going to be your worst enemy if you get caught by one. Whew!
I also was beginning to learn that in a pinch, Cutie using strength could handle just about anything.
Yup.
We also camped, which is really only worth mentioning because Sunlight and Kimono had a race, which was cute. Oh. And she...
I abuse the hell out of Pokemon Camp, by the way. Not only do I genuinely enjoy doing it, but it's such an easy way to power up your Mons.
She's only gonna get better at racing because soon after that, Sunlight evolved again.
Now Sunlight is useful. Now we got the Gardevoir. Now Sunlight is useful.
Awesome. With Sunlight now a full-fledged Gardevoir, things felt like they were starting to look...
Gardevoir?
We made our way to
A
the
guard of
side
war?
the next gym leader, B, but first we had to fight Hop again, which was
Oh
really
yeah, that's right.
not
This is
special.
Sword. I'm so used to playing Shield and fighting Alistair. I think Alistair would have been a harder fight for her. Personally, I think this challenge would have been much harder in Shield than in Sword. Which is probably why she went with Sword.
And then we took a detour to look at a special ancient wall. Stoneside's famous mural. It's said to be a very deep work of art. Looks like a child drew it. Oh, and also Kimono evolved. Now, B uses fighting type Pokemon. Fighting types are weak to Psychic, Fairy, and Flying. So needless to say, this gym was a lot less tense than...
Bug also resists fighting. Bug and fighting are the only two different types that resist each other. I don't know, does Vespiquen know any fighting? You should have an Aerial Ace TR or TM. I forget which one it is. But you should have access to Aerial Ace by this point, so.
Kabu's.
Gardevoir sweeps this gym though. Like B is actually not an issue. Like Gardevoir sweeps this entire team. Or this entire gym.
We beat B and made our way back outside to the Kids Crafts mural where Bede was causing trouble, and even though I'm not the biggest fan of the wall art, it's not okay to break other people's stuff, so we had to fight him. A fight so unimportant that I was basically silent throughout the whole thing. Chairman...
I'm not even gonna lie. I genuinely do sometimes forget this fight even happened because it's way too easy.
Rose disqualified Bede from the gym challenge, and the mural collapsed to reveal a much better looking statue behind it. And then I stopped playing until 8 p.m. so I could evolve Parfait.
Why did it take you so long to evolve Parfait? Just move your Switch's clock up. It's not that difficult. Just move your Switch's clock up. I see you went for the basic Alcremie. It's fine. I like basic Alcremie too.
Now, with a proper night's sleep and a new salted cream alchemy on the team, we were ready to head into the spooky
Oh
forest
no, it's
to
not
find the
basic
number
Alcremie.
one
It's all white
Val
Alcremie.
Onley up.
Interesting.
Baloney. I taught Parfait Tri-Attack and made my way around the forest until I found Sinisty. I named them Yorkshire and decided to swap them into the team and leave Cutie in the box for now, since Cutie's fighting type made them weak to the fairies of the next gym.
Yep.
I spent some time trying to see if Yorkshire was authentic or not. I don't think they're authentic, but I'm not entirely sure. Either way, I set about leveling up Yorkshire, realized their moveset kinda sucked, and so evolved them. They wanted to learn Tea Time, which is a very cute move, but also not really useful. User has Tea Time with all the Pokemon in battle. Each Pokemon eats its held berry. That's so not useful for me. An adorable move, but not helpful.
Yeah, it's fucking
I spent some
terrible.
more time trying to see if they're authentic or a forgery, still to no real avail, and continued to make my way forward to town. Baloney had no outfit shop, which bummed me out, but it did have Marnie, who traded league cards with me, and also this. Hey, ball guy. Hey there, thanks for rolling by. It's me, the ball guy. Is love in the air, or is it just this Pokeball? Here, try it out and see for yourself. Is this a pickup line, ball guy? And with that, we were all ready.
Let's not cheese 10! I was grabbing my popcorn. I actually grabbed popcorn because we're only halfway through this fucking video. We're 31 minutes into this hour and 2-minute long video. Get your fucking popcorn situated, bruh.
At our next gym, and personally, this one's my favorite. I love the audition gimmick and how the questions can alter your stats if you get them right or wrong. I also think
My only problem with this gym is if you get the questions right, it's way too fucking easy. I wish you would just lower your stats regardless of what your answer was. But if you got it right, your stats were lowered by 1 stage. If you got it wrong, they were lowered by 2.
Opal's just hilarious. Oh, there you are, my dear gym challenger, though you really are lacking in the color pink. See, I'm usually not. My eyes are pink hearts. Well,
Yeah, you've got
previously I
pink
felt the
eyes,
team
pink
were
hair, a
ill-equipped to
pink
handle
outfit.
fairy types, with your
I don't
colors,
think she's
addition, and Parfait's evolution,
fucking
I felt
lacking
more
in the
than
color
capable
pink.
At handling Opal's gym. Quite frankly, the hardest part were some of the questions. What do I eat for breakfast every morning? Curry. Oh.
See, I know
I
all
get
the
that
questions, so.
Every time.
Have your opinions changed
Before
for
I knew it,
second
it was time to fight Opal
banner?
herself. Oh, good.
Not
she's already
really.
on the stand.
I have no idea
I'm
what's
going
gonna
to
come
have
out
to wait an
with
eternity
MUI.
for her to walk over here.
The only thing that I know is that,
Started,
or
Opal
not
just
that I
started
know, but I'm
throwing
confident
total
about, is that we're gonna get an
curveballs.
Ultra Super Vegito for part 2.
Wheezing. Oh, question. You know my nickname. The magic user. Too bad. Oh, why would your nickname be the Wizard? Wheezing and Mawile were real surprising, but by the time I got to her Togekiss,
Is this
we'd
like the
found a
first
perfect-
time she's played Shield or Sword, I should say? If so, this is a pretty daunting challenge to do for your first playthrough of Sword and Shield. Like, I'm actually impressed if this was your first playthrough of Sword.
a rhythm again. Question. Already, how old am I?
There's a very big gap.
16? Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the one question where it's actually better to get it wrong. Though I think she gives it to you if you pick either one of them.
All she had left was her alchemy. Mine's better than yours.
I don't know about that one. This one can
The
Gigantamax.
wild
Yours
Parfait
can't.
was prettier than Opal's alchemy. I also knew she didn't have any moves that were that good against her, so I came up with a plan. To have
You still have the basic moves on it? Why did you teach it Tri-Attack? What the fuck? Why'd you teach it Tri-Attack? Nah. Alright. It's time to teach you how to build your Alcremie. I use Alcremie. Ultra Candy Vegito. Yes. I use Alcremie in Ranked. Sword and Shield Ranked. I'm going to tell you how to build your Alcremie. Alright? First off, max EVs in defense. Alright? Max EVs in defense and HP. Alright? Then, you're going to want to go with Draining Kiss. It's not as powerful as Dazzling Gleam, but Draining Kiss gives you health back. You want that for an incredibly tanky Mon. Then what you want to do, you want to have Calm Mind. Because if you know you're fighting a team that Alcremie can sweep, you're going to want to prioritize swapping between Calm Mind and Draining Kiss on the first Pokemon so that you can build up the 6 Calm Minds, get your health back from whatever damages you, and sweep with Alcremie. And then after that, those are the two like must-have moves. After that, you have to know what you want your Alcremie to be. So with me personally, in fact, hold on. That fell. I can show you. I'm going to go ahead and open my copy of Shield. And I'm going to show you, I'm actually going to put it up here, how I build Alcremie. Awkward silence whilst I open the game. Alright. So, hyper training doesn't really matter in online, but it does matter in playthrough. I've hyper trained with a special attack and special defense and physical defense. So, that's what you want. You want her to have max EVs in both defenses, HP, special attack. As many as you can get. And then, you want to give her a leftovers, because leftovers are going to allow her to... I say her because my Alcremie is a female. Her name is Mochi. Give her a leftovers so that she's constantly healing every single turn. And then I've got Draining Kiss. I've got Calm Mind. I have Aromatherapy, but that's mainly for double battles. And then the last move is basically whatever support move you want. You could make it a status condition. You could make it Baton Pass, so you could set up all the Calm Minds with Alcremie, and then you could swap into another special attacker, and then they can sweep. You know, like there's a lot of different ways that you could go about building Alcremie, and I think obviously she doesn't have access to all of that right now, right? She doesn't have access to hyper training. Your Pokemon has to be at level 100 in order for it to be eligible for hyper training, so you're not going to be doing that. But I would prioritize actually EV training your Alcremie to have the proper stats in both of its defenses and maybe HP, but primarily both of its defenses. And then I don't think it learns aromatherapy yet, so that's fine. And besides, aromatherapy is really only good in double battles. But you definitely don't get rid of Draining Kiss. You want to have Draining Kiss and Calm Mind. Those are the two moves that you 100% want to have. And for a playthrough like this, I would go with Draining Kiss, Calm Mind, Baton Pass, and then probably. Honestly, you can go for anything, realistically. Recover if you take a bit more damage than you wanted to. Agility, so that you could baton pass over some speed as well as attack, and special defense. You know, Alcremie is a very good support mon, and that's definitely the more optimal way to play, I'd say.
Face spam Tri-Attack in hopes that it inflicts a status effect on Opal's Gigantamaxed Alchemy. And... yes. Oh, that's huge. Okay.
She did get the freeze hacks, so I mean that's lucky, but I still don't think Tri Attack is the way to go.
With Opal's Alchemy frozen,
5 likes away from
I
the
was
10
able
on
to
stream. Let's see if we
cleanly
can't
switch
hit
in
that.
Mamoru. The Gigantamax was over, and from there, it was basically curtains for her. Now it's our turn.
Hit him with that max ooze.
Yeah! And with that, we had another victory under our belt. Yorkshire was a fun addition to the team, but it was time to bring my big tough teddy bear back in. I flew back to Hammerlock with.
You're actually choosing to keep the Beware. That's an interesting. That's actually pretty interesting. I have no experience with Beware. Like I said, I've never used a Beware, so we'll see how good it does. We'll see if my mind has been changed and I am compelled to use a Beware in my next playthrough, because I've considered doing another fresh playthrough of Sword or Shield. So we'll see if this convinces me to put Beware on the team, since I've never used one before.
To Bede being a wet blanket. His sour attitude didn't matter much to Opal, though, for one reason. Pink! Pink! And pink! Congratulations, child. Hilarious that Bede wearing pink gets him this job.
Pretty
and I'm dressed
much.
as a magical girl. Is it the Gengars on my jacket? Is that what makes me not good enough? After that, we bumped into Sonia right before hearing an explosion from the nearby science.
We can do some
plant
Pokemon
Sharon
battles
Rose
later,
talked
sure.
to us about earlier. It's not our job to investigate that though, so I head off to the next route while Sonia and Leon figure out what's happening inside. Which I'm honestly happy about. I don't want to run around a bunch of factories fighting Team Flare Grunts or something. I want to go find more Pokemon. But before we can catch anything else, we gotta fight Hop again. His Cinderace is fully evolved now, and it's also a major pain to deal with. Oof. Pyro Ball deals a ton of damage, even to Kimono, but even with that, we were able to beat him with no major issues. We made it to Route 8, where we found the Shiny Stone, and were able to evolve Mamoru again. Our rose-clad magical boy didn't know it, but he was about to become one of our strongest team members. Roserade's special attack is cracked. Anything Cutie couldn't strength to death, Mamoru could Giga Drain. We made it.
Roserade is so good. Roserade is such a good mon. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy how good Roserade is. She definitely made the right choice keeping Roserade on. Mamoru is going to be an MVP of this team.
Through the rest of the route without any major incidents, but we did camp and had another cute race. Cool. What are you guys doing all over there? Oh, another race? Kimono loves races. We made it to the snowy area right outside Circhester, and a place where we could find Snowrunt. I knew I wanted
Frostlass!
But that meant...
Frostlass is such a good mon as well for this. Ghost Ice, while not the best typing in the world, it's better than pure Ice. Frostlass is actually going to be really good for this run. I'm actually really glad. I completely forgot about Frostlass. That's really good.
Finding a female Snowrunt. So I settled in to hunt for the rare female and the second one I fought was a girl. Oh, that was so fast. Okay. Yeah, it turns out the gender ratio for Snowrunt is 50-50. I really thought females were more rare than that. But
Yeah,
I caught
no.
her, named her Yuki, and
Another
headed into
gentle.
town to
What
see
the
if there were
fuck?
any cute new outfits to buy. Unfortunately, not really. But I was able to get a better bag, which didn't warrant another transformation sequence, but it is still super cute. I decided to evolve
I
Yuki
like the
right away
maroon
so I could
bag
teach her more
personally, or
moves.
the pink
Its
one.
favorite
I don't
food
like the white one.
is
But
frozen
it's fun.
souls.
It's
Same,
fun.
dude. Same. With my team outfitted with some new TMs, we really had nothing else to do other than to jump straight into the next gym. Something I can never remember is
Hopefully
that
she
Gordon
shows the
uses
team
rock
soon. I
type
want to take a look at
Pokemon,
the team.
not ground type Pokemon. So I had planned on using Yuki as a major player in his gym since ground is weak to ice. Oh,
Yeah, but this is a rock type gym, not a ground type gym, so rock is super effective against ice.
oh, ow. Why did that hurt so bad? Oh, because rock's good against ice. These aren't ground type Pokemon. They're rock. Oh. So yeah, oops. Looks like Yuki will be playing Benchwarmer for this one, but we still had Kimono, Cutie, and Mamoru, so I figured we'd be fine. I made it through Gordy's Dumbo Gym, which would have worked fine if this were a 2D game where we were stuck moving on a grid, but because we exist in the third dimension, it just blows. I hate this. I hate this gym. After navigating our way through, we dug out all
It's
the
not that
sand in our
hard.
eyes and headed out to fight the least memorable gym leader of the region.
I mean, I like Gordy more than Melanie, if I'm being honest with you.
Whatever. Whoa! Fancy flip. That can't be comfortable for you. You're hurting your neck and back doing that. Quite
Right.
honestly, yeah, we made short work of him. With our 6th badge obtained, I started to feel unstoppable, but the game did make me stop and have another boring conversation with Sonia about the history of the region that apparently no one else has ever bothered to study before now. After the chit-chat, Hop challenged us to another battle. It'd been a long time since I'd struggled with Hop, so I was mighty confident going in. Little did I know, my hubris was catching up to me. Hop's
Hop
got
gets
5
pretty
Pokemon now.
difficult.
Oh, he's got Mega Kick now. Oh, you motherfucker.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Cinderace gave me real trouble and brought to my attention how Yuki is also weak to fire. I did manage to beat him, and Sonia commented on how he'd finally seemed to have gotten back onto his feet after all the moping he'd done. I, however, wasn't feeling as confident. Struggling with Cinderace so much really shook me, and I decided that it was time to find some stronger mons to supplement the team. Once again, I found myself panicking about how the magical team needed to be better equipped to handle fire types. The icy waters of the next route gave me an idea, and I spent actually 20 minutes recording myself in silence as I googled where I could find Frillish. My plan was to get the bike upgrade just ahead, and then head back out to the wild area.
Frillish.
However, I swiftly ran into a Pokemon I hadn't thought of, Marini. Personally, I feel Marini fits the magical girl aesthetic easily, and I think it's because in the anime, the one James had was in love with him, so I think that's why. So I caught our new toxic friend and named her Antidote.
Again, it's your playthrough, it's your rules. I personally don't see it, but hey man, I'm also not the same magical girl fan that you are. I do enjoy myself my fair share of magical girl anime, but definitely don't watch it as much as you probably do. So you probably know some shit that I don't. Maybe it does fit the aesthetic. Your playthrough, your rules. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Marini is poison water.
How are you getting so many gentle nature Pokemon? What the fuck?
Which means she could take Kimono's place on the team, since his defense is so bad. So I guess I don't need to go catch a Frillish, since I just got a new water-type Pokemon. I spent all that time Googling for nothing.
I think Frillish probably would have been better. It was a ghost type, right? Ghost is pretty good defensively and offensively. I think Frillish would have been better. But this is also a tank, right? This Pokemon is a tank that you're really lacking. Your team is so lacking a really like just a pure tankmon.
Ran back to the Pokemon Center.
Especially since you removed the Alcremie, which I don't agree with at all. I would have kept Alcremie over Beware, but so we got Gardevoir, Roserade, Beware, Vespiquen, Frostlass, and I forget what your fucking name is. So we got Psychic Fairy, Water Poison, Grass Poison, Normal Fighting, Bug Flying, and Ice Ghost. Not the worst setup. It's definitely far more type diverse than it was before. Um, what are you missing? Only fire, right? Fire is like really good in Galar. That's why Cinderace is so powerful. Um, yeah, probably just fire, really. I still think it's a mistake to not have a Sylveon here, but
To heal up, and then headed back to the route where this happened. Holy shit. I caught the Jellicent and named her Duchess. And man, all that time I spent figuring out where to find Frillish was really a total waste of time. But hey, now I had Duchess, and after one short fight with Team Yell, Antidote evolved. And this all kinda sent me into a spiral on who to keep on the team. Duchess had better water-type moves than Antidote, but Yuki's already a ghost-type. I don't need another ghost-type, not to mention being a ghost meant being weak to Bite, which practically every Pokemon knows, so I should keep Antidote. Or should I just keep both of them and...
well, Bite really isn't that big of a problem, right? Most Pokemon aren't going to keep Bite. You're late enough in the game that any Pokemon who can't learn Crunch don't know Bite anymore. So I think Water Ghost is a better typing than Water Poison, but Water Poison gives you an extra answer to fairies, whereas Water Ghost, you already have the Ice Ghost. Water Ghost doesn't really do anything for you, whereas Water Poison does. So I think the better option is the tank. Honestly, they're both pretty damn tanky, actually. Ghost is weak to Psychic, though. I think Jellicent is the better Pokemon, but not the more interesting one.
get rid of Yuki. I mean, how useful are ice types anyway?
Considering you're about to fight Raihan, pretty useful.
But if I keep Antidote, that's doubling up on Poison with Mamoru. So maybe I should keep Duchess and, I don't know,
Doubling up on poison is not the issue. That's not the issue. You having multiple poison types is fine.
bring in Snap with 2Ks onto the team, but they're still weak to Charizard. Funnily enough, I found myself in the exact same spiral Hop was in for so much of the story, all because of a single fight I had with him. For the first time ever in my years of playing Pokemon, I felt completely lost on who to keep on my team.
Me personally, I think it's a pretty easy decision, honestly. Because Mewtwo is objectively one of the strongest Pokemon. His base stat total is higher than most legendaries. That's why. I think Arceus is I think Arceus is the only legendary with a higher base stat total than Mewtwo. That's why.
I flew back to Hammerlock.
But yeah, I think the choice is fairly obvious, but that's just because I know Pokemon, you know.
And rode around the wild area, hoping for some magical answer to all my problems to pop up. What's the smartest option? How can I have the strongest team?
Sylveon.
What Pokemon do I need to catch to make my team perfect?
Sylveon.
I didn't find any answers though.
Sylveon!
I just found some Sudowoodo.
Sylveon!
I decided decided to fly back to Route 9 and continue forward with Yuki and Antidote on the team, hoping that something on my way to Pierce would give me some clarity. I biked around the ice floes for a good long while because I got lost navigating them. I was going this way. There's nothing over here, I'm sure. There's never anything anywhere here. This place is just a big dumb maze for dum-dums like me to get lost in. But eventually I made it to the other shore, where there seemed to be a commotion. Looks like the next town, Spikemuth, is in lockdown, which means no one can get in. Luckily, since Marnie's my friend, she decides to show me a way in. And only me. After a short battle, Marnie heads off to figure out why the gate's shut, and I head in to start my next gym challenge. Perhaps the most boring gym challenge of the game, as all you do is walk forward and fight some Team Yell members periodically. The same Team Yell members whose battles thus far have been so uninteresting that half the time I've forgotten to even mention them during this video.
To be fair, your entire team is strong against Dark. Like, you're about to fight Piers, and Piers is gonna be the easiest gym leader by a fucking mile.
Made it to the end of the alleyway where the gym leader Pierce could be found.
This is gonna be the easiest gym leader
Beautiful.
ever.
Even if this no voice he has is really, really weird. It's weird that they chose to do that. Like, they figured that out 20-ass years ago with Roxy in Unova. But yeah, can't
Unova.
give Pierce a voice. I'd like to say that this battle was really intense, but quite honestly, the most notable thing about it was how much I fawned over Pierce. You want to challenge me, even though you know you'll lose? Then this song's for you, foolish trainer. He wrote a song for me. He's so cool! I also like that whenever...
Why does she actually have a crush on Piers, huh? Why do you actually have a crush on Piers? Oh, hold on. God damn it. Alright, sorry, my foot was falling asleep. I kind of needed to fix that. My foot was falling asleep.
Microphone thing. He has to like and pull it back to where it was. Though his final Pokemon, Skuntank, did give me some concern. I've always hated Skuntank, ever since Jupiter bullied me with hers back in Diamond and Pearl. However, Queenie had just learned a very interesting move.
You got bullied by Skuntank. I got bullied by Perugly. It's fine.
Destiny Bond.
I forgot Vespiquen learned Destiny Bond.
And there we go. Till death do us part. I got the 7th badge from my beloved, and
Damn.
Barney got the gates open to the city, letting people enter. Ignoring how this implies Pierce had been holding a concert for 2 full in-game days for him to not know about the Yell members closing down Spikemuth, we headed outside where there's another commotion happening. Luckily, Leon was here to do everything for us, so we got to just continue forward, ignoring the recent explosion. I swiftly made it back to Hammerlock, chit-chatted with the others a bit. Alright, goodbye. I like to think Leon wanted to follow Sonia and Magnolia, but immediately got lost and just went the wrong way. And now we're ready to fight Raihan. Raihan's gym challenge is just a couple of double battles. It's kind of a bummer how the earlier gyms had you doing puzzles, or at least the idea of a gimmick with how you moved forward, but then the latter half of the game they must have just run out of ideas and just make you do some fights and that's it. At least Opal's gym had the quizzes. Either way, we beat them all and now it's time for our final gym battle. Raihan is the 8th and strongest gym leader, a master of weather conditions and dragon-type Pokemon, and... yeah, I wish I could hype it up more, but it really wasn't.
Gardevoir does kind of sweep. Like, Gardevoir is so good. Ralts and Kirlia are absolute shit. Gardevoir is so good, though. That's why Gardevoir is my favorite Pokemon. It's so reliable in just about every situation. Gardevoir fucking sweeps Raihan, 100%. 100% Gardevoir sweeps Raihan. I mean, maybe you have a bit of trouble with Duraludon, but obviously she didn't. She had the right moveset, I'm guessing. I can't see the moveset, so we'll see.
That hard.
I guess since I have the game open, I'll tell you what I build my Gardevoir with. That's loud as hell for no reason. So I build my Gardevoir with an odd incense because I want to make sure that the Psychic type moves do really good. We're gonna load who are best six to go through games smoothly. In Pokemon Emerald, I would say you're the most optimal team. Your starter is Swampert, Gardevoir, Hariyama. Really, just those three, honestly. But Torkoal, most definitely. Most definitely want a Torkoal. Those four are like the main ones that you like really have. Like, if you want a super smooth Emerald run, Swampert, Gardevoir, Hariyama, Torkoal. Those are like must runs. And then your last two, Manectric, and then fucking Rayquaza. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna include Rayquaza. Manectric, and then probably Swellow. Swellow, yeah, Swellow. So Swampert, Gardevoir, Torkoal. What the hell just happened? Hariyama, Manectric, and Swellow. Those are probably your six mons for Emerald. Me personally. The hell just happened? Me personally, I think those are the six best mons for Emerald. Obviously, I have a careful nature on my Gardevoir, up special attack, lower physical attack, and then I've got Energy Ball, Moonblast, Psychic, and Future Sight. I need to replace Future Sight. I don't ever fucking use Future Sight. I keep forgetting to replace it. With Calm Mind, if I'm being honest with you. But every single time I go to do it, I'm like, oh wait, this Pokemon can learn this move, and then I just get distracted. Future Sight, Future Sight is really good in early gens, like Gen 3, fucking Emeralds. But nowadays, it's just like, I don't really care. Future Sight can be handy in a pinch, but like if Gardevoir outspeeds, but most definitely is gonna die next turn, it's cool, but yeah. I build my Gardevoir as a damage dealer. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
We'd done it! We'd collected all 8 badges, and now just had to make our way to Winden, the final city. But first, there was something I needed to do. After actually getting some sleep, I came to the conclusion that if Yuki being weak to fire was such a problem that I completely spiraled on how to set up my team, then that meant it might be for the best to replace her, despite how super cool she is. Like, seriously, she's really cool.
Frostlass is really cool, but being weak to fire when both Hop and Leon have fire types is... If you didn't give Hop Cinderace, I would say keep Frostlass, but you're not wrong. Do you replace it with a Sylveon?
But what do I catch to replace her?
Sylveon.
Nothing. I have an Alchemy. Parfait is not weak to fire. She'd been a huge...
No, but Alcremie can't do anything against fire because fire resists fairy. But she is a tank. And I'm mad as hell that you took her off the team. So if you're not going to catch Sylveon, Alcremie is definitely the way to go.
Huge help during Opal's gym, and she can help us again with Leon. Welcome back to the team. We'll level you up a little bit. Let's go. However, there was...
I think I'm going to try and do this run and optimize it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and do the same run that she did, but I'm going to optimize it.
Still one last Pokemon to catch. Ages ago, I'd had an idea, and it was finally time to act upon it. I flew to Professor Magnolia's house and began another fishing quest. And after only a couple of minutes, I found what I was looking for. And, oh my gosh, I found one!
Hopefully it's got the prism scale.
Hell yeah! Oh my gosh, I thought I'd be doing this for hours. We caught Kimono's big sister.
Ha! Shit. So I accidentally hit the Netflix button. That's a thing that just happened. But how are you getting so many gentle nature mons? What the fuck? Like, what is actually happening here? How are you getting so many gentle nature mons? That's actually insane. That's my stream. That's not the video I was watching. All right, there we go.
Uno's big sister, Hiyori. With her beefier stats and moveset, Charizard and Cinderace shouldn't be such big threats to us anymore. I swam around and found the prism scale, and then had to wait for my roommate to wake up.
Oh, so you just swam around and got it. See, I would have just fucking caught a Feebas that had the prism scale already there. I wouldn't have swam around for it, but I'm guessing she got it fairly quickly,
So I could trade Hiyori over to evolve her. But I did, and she became a beautiful Milotic. Hiyori and Parfait were a little underleveled, so
Milotic is definitely a good mon here. Easily the best water type she could have gotten.
it was time to go train in the wild area a bit. An adventure so not noteworthy that I have no funny jokes to make about it at all. I'm just not talented enough to make grinding interesting. I'm sorry.
It's not that hard. Me personally, I could probably do it.
Once the level grinding was over, I headed back to Hammerlock to catch another train.
Did I accept my daily missions?
Cool victory road of the franchise, just another snowy path. Yeah, which kind of weird. We're just in a snowy area. Like, why have two? Why can't this be another pretty grass area?
Because there's no fucking ice type Pokemon in this game, so they needed to. They needed to cram them all into like 2 areas.
Flying in. That was terrifying. But we made our way through it, fighting off all the people with steel and ice type Pokemon, finally reaching our destination, Wyndon. Oh, it's London. I literally just figured that out.
You stupid.
Wow. After getting our final transformation outfit all set...
Oh, I'm maxed out on sparking metals. God damn it.
Hey, ball guy. Hey there, thanks for rolling by. I could tell you're following your dreams. That means you guessed it. I've got a Pokeball for you. Wouldn't it be funny if Ball Guy was how you got the Master Ball? First up are the semifinals, which means fighting our
That'd be
rivals
actually
again.
kind of funny.
I had thought I would be fighting the gym leaders first, because I forgot the order of how the semifinals and finals went down, so I had Mamoru out front. Fortunately, Mamoru's a beast that basically one-shot all of Marnie's Pokemon.
Roserade is fucking busted!
I've learned.
Roserade is so good. Why do you think Cynthia uses one?
To bugs. Now with Marnie defeated, I had one final match with Hop, and even though I'd been aimlessly running around the wild area fighting Sudowoodos in a panic on how I'd fare against him just a couple badges ago, I didn't have any remaining fear heading out to this fight. I was no longer asking myself, what do I need to make sure I can win? Because I knew
I max out on sparking metals all the fucking time. Like, other than skip tickets and energy, it's easily the thing that fills my present box up the most. Like, there's energy, then there's skip tickets. Well, actually, not skip tickets anymore since they increased the amount. So it's energy, and then number 2 is sparking metals. And then platinum coins.
It downright makes me question how I got so worried in the first place. It's time to celebrate, and Leon invites the two of us to dinner, but it looks like he's gone and gotten himself kidnapped by Chairman Rose. So me, Hop, Pierce, and Marnie all come together to find a way to save him. I'm glad Pierce is here. He seems to be having fun. I then fought one bad guy.
She actually has a crush on Pierce. But yeah, because I like to save my Z-Power. I don't use Z-Power a lot, so... My dumbass is maxed on fucking sparking metals again.
try 3 times. He had 6 different Pokemon, but refused to use more than 2 at a time for no reason. Why? Just make me fight him once. But by doing so, we end up cornering him at the station. But oh no, looks like he's got backup. How are we supposed to beat them all and find the card we need to gain access to Rose Tower? Well, luckily, my knight in shining armor is here to save the day. Pierce starts up a concert, garnering a crowd in the process. In the confusion, we grab the card we need and head to Rose Tower.
I do have almost every unit at 14 stars. That's the problem.
Of doom.
I have more units at 14 stars than not. The only Pokemon, what the fuck? The only unit that I need to Z-Power is Revival Frieza, and I'm saving my Z-Power for the anniversary.
Frostlass. That's not a Steel-type Pokemon. Serena. Man, it's like all the Pokemon I chose not to use over the course of my adventure. Oleana's, I guess, a bit like a distorted magical girl in her own way. With Oleana defeated, we find Leon not kidnapped, but rather he'd just been having a disagreement with Chairman Rose this whole time. Seems Rose has found a way to make sustainable energy and wants to cancel the championship match tomorrow to enact it. Leon, however, refuses to cancel the match, as Rose's solution is for a problem that won't be an issue for 1,000 years, so why not wait a day to begin? And on one hand, I think Rose is right to be so enthusiastic about this. You can't wait 1,000 years to solve the problem. You need to start making strides to fix it now. But on the other hand, it's stupid that Rose just refuses to wait 30 minutes for a fight to be over before doing the very important energy-saving stuff. Like, a tiny amount of patience is okay. Either way...
Yeah, like, obviously you can't wait 1,000 years for the problem to present itself. But if the problem isn't going to present itself for 1,000 years, you can wait 24 hours. Like, you can postpone it by 24 hours if you know the problem isn't going to present itself for an entire millennia.
Leon and can finally get that dinner. And with that, we're at the finals round, where I have to fight a bunch of gym leaders again. And let me just say that this part is boring and dumb, especially since they make you fight Raihan right after you'd just beaten him. This is the exact same fight. Fighting Bede and Nessa again are fine, since he's your rival, and Nessa was such an early game gym that her rematch gets to be really different. But after that, I think you should have to fight the gym leaders you didn't face earlier. So, in Sword, I got B and Gordy's gym badges, and so here, I should have to face Alistair and Melanie.
But if they did that, what fucking reason would you have to buy Shield?
But that's not what they do, so let's jump back to recap these fights.
Honestly, I have no problem with rematching the gym leaders, because I think the time between each gym battle was like a couple of hours at least, because I did a lot of shit. Like, I was busy trying to catch all the Pokemon in the decks. I completed my decks. I was busy leveling up Pokemon, doing Pokemon camp stuff, getting the fossils, just training. I was doing a lot of shit, but I guess when you're basically trying to speed run the game in a challenge, it can all feel like way too close together. But I think the time difference between fighting Raihan the first time and the second time was easily like 5 fucking hours because of all the stuff I was doing.
First up is Bede, now acting as the Baloney Fairy type gym representative. And just like last time, my team really has no problem against fairies. Bede is defeated, but seems overall much happier now that he's under Opal's wing. Next up was Nessa, where I easily swept through all of her Pokemon. After that was B, where I one-hit KO'd 4 out of her 5 Pokemon. Also, a notable part of the battle was that I made sure to comment on how much I liked her entire team as they came out. Hawlucha, I love Hawlucha. Surfetched, I love Surfetched. Grapploct, I love Grapploct too. I just like fighting type Pokemon. And finally was Raihan, and yeah, this went pretty much the same as the first time.
Honestly, I had trouble with
Like,
Duraludon, but
just
I
to
wasn't
hammer
using
home
a
how silly
magical
Chairman
girl
Rose
team,
looks for
so.
being unwilling to wait until after the championship match, fighting all four of them took 30 minutes to do total. But that's alright, because it was
30
finally
minutes?
time to fight
Took me like 15.
Leon. From starting out watching him on my phone to now, he has been a constant on the horizon. Every step we made on this journey was a step closer to this battle. And finally, it was happening. Alright, guess Chairman Rose couldn't wait like 5 minutes and so decided to destroy the world. Looks like it's up to us to save the day, as Hop and I head back to the Slumbering Wild in hopes that the spooky
Slumbering
fog will
Weald.
help us out. Turns out getting through the forest is a lot easier when the fog lightens up a little bit. Oh! I had no idea Stunfisk could be found here.
I didn't know
Mascot
Stunfisk could be
companion
found there.
returns to
Shit.
lead us to a rusted sword and shield, which we decide to bring along because, like, it can't hurt, right? Man, my eyes look whack. I've never looked more magical.
Jesus.
With our ancient gear now in tow, we headed back to Hammerlock and down the elevator to Chairman Rose's secret evil basement. See, you know,
The secret evil basement. I don't know how I like that.
Games, it's that if someone has a giant egg in a basement, it's bad news. But there's no time to ponder how often the villains of these games' plans are to hatch and or awaken some slumbering god, cause Rose is here and it's time to fight. Chairman Rose uses Steel-type Pokemon, and luckily, I just had a bunch of practice learning how to handle those. However, I didn't expect his Copper Raja to know Zen Headbutt, taking down Cutie, and Queenie's Destiny Bond failed. It was starting to look a bit dicey, but we had just the new magical member of the team to handle it. With Rose defeated,
I'm
we gained
surprised you
access
never
to the
fought
elevator and
a
up to where
Galarian
Leon and
Rapidash
Eternatus were.
or like real quick. I'm surprised you never caught a Galarian Rapidash or an Impidimp for the Grimmsnarl. Like those are really good mons that I definitely would have used in this playthrough. Unfortunately, your fire type is kind of restricted. But I think Ninetales fits the magical girl aesthetic, right? Ninetales fits the magical girl aesthetic. It's a mythical fox. I don't know. I think Ninetales counts. So you could have caught a Vulpix and had a fire type.
Well, maybe if you didn't try using just a Pokeball. Like, you didn't even try a Great Ball, you know? Do you not talk to Ball Guy? With Leon down for the count, it's up to us to handle the awakened Super God. We raise our crusty weaponry to the sky, and Zacian bestows upon us our true weapon.
Zacian.
And with our wolf friends in their true forms, nothing could stand in our way. I threw my Pokeball, and just like that,
You caught it in a Great Ball? Imagine.
thank you.
Whoa.
The day has been saved. Chairman Rose turned himself in, and Galar was safe. Now all there really was left to do was to face the unbeatable champion, Leon. I head out to the pitch, ready for my final fight to become a true magical girl. Come on, twins. Let's make this the final match that'll go down in Galar's history. No, a match that'll change Galar forever. We're gonna have an absolutely champion time. I also say something interesting and cool. Leon starts with Aegislash and I with Cutie. A couple brutal swings was all it took to handle Aegislash, but in the process, it did bring Cutie down to 1 HP, and she wasn't fast enough to get a hit on Haxorus before it could use Earthquake.
Haxorus.
Parfait was up next and managed to survive an Iron Tail with the power of friendship to dazzling gleam Haxorus away. With her 1 HP remaining, I had Parfait set up Misty Terrain before Leon's next Pokemon, Rhyperior, took her out.
You definitely could have.
Really necessary. Next up was Mamoru.
You definitely could have entered this battle with a bit more strategy. Aegislash, Steel Ghost, very hard to deal with. But if you had built Alcremie properly, she could have easily outlasted Aegislash, so long as he didn't go for Flash Cannon. If you don't see the Flash Cannon, you're good. If you do see the Flash Cannon, I don't know. Like I said, I personally think Vulpix fits the Magical Girl aesthetic. So I think you should have had a Ninetales here, and just fucking flamethrowered the Aegislash here. But that's just me. Again, your run, your rules. I'm not here to say anything about that. But Aegislash is definitely the hardest mon here to deal with. I would say you pretty much got it down pat on all the other ones.
Who handled this easily with Giga Drain, but who wasn't able to take Dragapult's Flamethrower. Most of my Pokemon couldn't take Dragapult's Flamethrower.
Nope.
Including Queenie, who did what she does best.
Destiny Bond. Yup.
Yeah, Destiny Bond.
Not gonna lie, if you wanted to do Destiny Bond strats, you probably could have caught a Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet, does Wobbuffet fit the Magical Girl aesthetic? I mean, the female Wobbuffet does have lipstick. Nah, but Destiny Bond is definitely a pretty good thing to utilize in this playthrough because it's not a Nuzlocke, so.
Not knowing what to expect next, I sent out Hiyori, hoping she'd be tanky enough to allow me time to start shoving max revives down my magical group's throats. That was the wrong thing to do. Rillaboom, this was bad. I sent out the wrong thing.
Yep.
This is bad. I used my turn to revive Cutie, who could tank the hits I needed to bring some of the others back up, and then took Rillaboom down with a couple of strengths. Leon was on his final Pokemon. Hi, Charizard. I let Cutie take the hit so I could swap into another team member cleanly. This was it. This was the fiery demon that had me doing so much fishing in this adventure. I sent out Hiyori, and then we're met with a surprise. Max Overgrowth.
Well, you didn't know he had that?
What grass type move does Charizard know? It's Solar Beam, and I needed Hiyori to survive another one of those to
You didn't know he had that? Oh my god! Milotic survives here. Yeah.
Just barely.
Milotic definitely survives there.
A wild adventure. From conquering youngster Jake with his one Squavid to training all day to beat Kabu. We contracted Pokerus. We fell in love. Some battles were easy, some were hard. And we made so many friends along the way. From the moment I rolled that die and let fate decide my starter, this has been some of the most fun I'd had in a long time. And now,
I feel it.
with all of us together, yeah! We did it! Yeah! I've done it. My magical girl adventure was at last complete. I've become a magical girl.
Champion! Let's
The credits
go!
roll, and our story comes to a close. This has been really so much fun. I've put in a ton of work into this video as well. From doing the playthrough, to scripting, to recording the audio, to editing, to drawing all the magical kids. It's been so much work, but I've been having a great time doing it. I really do
100%
hope you
respect.
subscribe or like the video or just engage in some way, not for some ego boost for me, but because I worked really, really hard on the video, and doing those kinds of things, it lets YouTube know that maybe someone else would like to watch the video as well. And it'd really break my heart if after all this work, this video only got like
Definitely get a like
1,000
from me.
views, you know?
100%.
But I really
Definitely
do
get a like
hope you
from me.
enjoyed it
Granted,
as
I
much
like
as
all
I
of your
did.
videos. I've been watching you for
And
years.
now,
But
really nothing else left to do but to say
I've been
thank you
watching
for watching.
Twins Inc. for
Thank you to
years,
my
so I
patrons
like
for
all of her
supporting
videos.
me
But
and for being patient with me. And now, finally, I can rest.
see, you say that, but you still gotta do the DLC. I'm just kidding. But in conclusion, her team was serviceable. I do think she would have made her life a lot easier had she gotten the Sylveon and been able to access the DLC and gotten herself a Blissey. Her time going through the game would have been so much easier. But other than that, she made some questionable decisions throughout the playthrough. But for the most part, she did what she wanted to do fairly well. Her main strategy was just kind of brute force everything, and she was able to do that fairly well. I don't think brute forcing certain battles was the right move. I think you could have saved yourself a lot of headache had you just, been a bit more strategic with certain battles, but definitely not a bad playthrough. You've definitely got some type of Pokemon experience behind you. I can tell, and hopefully your next Pokemon playthrough is even better. I do hope that you do more Pokemon playthroughs in the future because honestly it's just fun to watch some of my favorite YouTubers play some Pokemon stuff, and yeah, very interesting playthrough challenge. I think I might go ahead and take that up. I might try and do my own magical girl playthrough challenge, and I will try to optimize it, and we'll see how it goes. So, for those of you not watching this in the live stream, for those of you watching this in like part 7 of the YouTube series, because this lasted really fucking long, we're literally like 2 hours in. It took me like 2 hours to react to this damn video. So when I upload this as its own thing, it's gonna be like fucking 7 parts long. Um, do go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that join button if you can. It really does help the channel out. All the links you could ever want are in the description down below, including the channel that this came from, Twins Inc. Definitely check her out. And I will see all of you inmates back here at the asylum for the next video. Brace. All right. That was video 1. And I have to pee. So give me a second. Okay. That was a pretty good video, not gonna lie. Definitely a pretty good video. But what do you say we take a look at another Pokemon challenge? Or, since I am doing a bit of drinking, do we look at some bad space facts? I think that might be a thing that we can do. We can go ahead. We can go ahead and make you guys happy and watch me rage. All right, space for kids. Let's go. Well, the Magic School Bus is not something I can react to because I'll get copyrighted real quick. Here's the problem with Toy Time Town, right? I don't want to react to Toy Time Town because the last video I reacted to them, or I reacted from them, was extremely accurate. And I don't want to ruin it. we have to move on from Toy Time Town because the last video I reacted to was very accurate. And like I said, I can't ruin it. But Fact Nominal. Fact Nominal is a channel that puts up some really retarded fucking facts. So, but they're not like false. They're just like really dumb. Like they're not wrong facts. They're just really dumb facts. I do this International Space Station one because it's only 9 minutes long, but I know fucking nothing about the International Space Station. I know, blasphemy, right? But it's just not something I really ever studied. Enigmas of the... Oh, wait, no, that's an hour and 35 minutes. No, 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 no. Night Never Ends Here. Bright Side is another one that does really bad facts. Bill Nye the Science Guy? What the fuck? Alright, so what I think I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to look up some videos. We're going to see what we're going to react to. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and play some music. And I am going to return shortly. That's copyrighted music. I can't use that. This should work. So I'm gonna go ahead and play some music. Please don't leave. But I'll be back. I'm gonna go look at some videos. Maybe, you know what? I'm actually also gonna check if it's a clear sky outside. If it is, we're gonna take our telescope out. I'm gonna see if I can't let you guys see through the telescope. I have no idea how a camera works when you put it against a lens, so we're gonna find out if it's a clear sky out. Anyway, trap remixes, go. Invader Zim.
let me have some of that Cool Whip. What'd you say? You can't have a pie without Cool Whip. Cool Whip? Cool Whip, yeah. You mean Cool Whip? Yeah, Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. You're saying it weird. Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H? Cool Whip on pie. Pie tastes better with Cool Whip. Say whip. Whip. Now say Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. You're eating ham!
It seems today that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV.
But where are those good old-fashioned values on which we used to rely? Laugh and cry.
Everything better with Cool Whip.
We're gonna be here for a while.
Wait, what?
Ready for action? Do you have the whip?
Got it right here. Wait, what?
It seems today that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV.
But where are those good old-fashioned values on which we used to rely? Laugh and cry.
Hey, Dad, that's a Cool Whip.
We're gonna be here for a while.
Wait, what?
Ready for action? Do you have the whip?
Got it right here. Wait, what?
It seems today that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV.
But where are those good old-fashioned values on which we used to rely? Laugh and cry.
Everything better with Cool Whip.
We're gonna be here for a while.
Wait, what?
We're gonna be here for a while.
Wait, what?
Ready for action? Do you have the whip?
Got it right here. Wait, what?
Ready for action? Do you have the whip?
Got it right here. Wait, what?
Here, you guys.
remix, bruh.
I'm going downtown, I'm
Gonna have myself a time.
Friendly faces everywhere, humble folks without temptation.
going down south, I'm gonna leave my woes
Behind.
I'm fucking down on people starting out and ever.
I'm gonna see if I can't
Wine.
down south, I can meet some friends of mine.
You bastards. I love it. Shit. We do need to finish Deborah. That is a thing we need to do, isn't it?
I'm going down south, I'm gonna have myself a time.
Friendly faces everywhere, humble folks without temptation.
Going down south, I'm gonna leave my woes behind.
I'm working day or night, people starting out and ever.
Down south, I'm gonna see if I can't unwind. Down south, I can meet some friends of mine. You bastards. I gotta stop because I'm actually like really into that remix. I'm actually like super into that remix. I'm just gonna be here fucking vibing out to that. Ch. Oh shit! It is Sunday. Goddamn. Okay. Got to get some music in here. All that shit is copyrighted. I actually hate that Gucci Gang has over 1 billion views. I just randomly came across that. Mainly because it's just such a terrible song. Like it's actually shit. Oh! Yes, we have 4 uniques in the Zenkai ability to do. So let's go ahead and do that. Could you not? Alright. Real quick, does anybody have Gamma 1 or 2? Because I need to do co-op. Game of 2 at 5 stars. All right. You're both. Okay, so I'm gonna do 2 rounds of co-op with both of you. All right. Because honestly, I also kind of need the Zenkai adventures because your boy is hurting on Zenkai Souls. So one of you is gonna get 2 Actually, honestly, I could probably just do co-op for the next like 30 minutes, but because extreme difficulty doesn't give me any Zenkai Souls. But Game of 2's at 6. All right, so I'm gonna do extreme difficulty with Alexis, and then I'll do advanced with this gives me blue and green actually. Green and purple. I'm gonna do intermediate. I'm gonna do the. Okay, then I'll just do 6 rounds of extreme. I have no problem with that. You guys are very consistent viewers of the stream. I'll do the 6 extremes with you guys. So I'll switch between. One will be with Alexis, and then we'll swap back and forth. So I'm gonna put the code up. Alexis, you get the first code here, so go ahead and scan it. Well, actually, let me know when you're actually able to scan the damn code, so I'm not just holding this shit up for like 2 minutes. Also, I'm gonna replay Battle Rock Galaxy because I really like Battle Rock Galaxy. Actually, go back. Go back. Go back. Okay. I can request through the guild. You're in my guild, right? What's your name in the guild? Saitama? Alright. Hold up. I need to call my boy real quick because there's a new death battle that's coming out. And I need his opinion. Yo, what's up? What you doing? Jesus Christ, what is happening? Oh my god. I actually can't even hear you. Oh! Yeah, I have no idea what the hell was going on there. Anyway, I'll go ahead and invite you. LF Candy Vegito? Nah, it's gonna be an Ultra. Ultra Candy Vegito. Why is my ability bonus so low? I feel like my my auto select didn't put one of my Zenkai buffers in. Hold up. I need to find like an extended version of Battle Rock Galaxy. Alright, Alexis, I invited you, so just join in whenever you want. I don't know why. Battle Rock Galaxy is just my favorite music in the Mario Galaxy soundtrack. It's like, there's Battle Rock, then there's the Purple Coins, and then there's the Beach Bowl Galaxy. Those are like my 3 favorite songs in the entire soundtrack. Okay, well, let me turn this down. Because I'm currently streaming, by the way. So there's a new. The reason why I called you is because I want to get your opinion on the new Death Battle that's coming out.
Oh no! Are you serious?
It's
What's happening now?
it's Omni-Man versus Homelander. And I want to get your opinion on that.
Homelander can do. 'Cause that is a name I haven't heard in a long time.
All right, hold on. I'm currently in the middle of a co-op battle with the viewer, so I'll get you that in a second. I felt like I had to call you and get the second opinion on this because this is the first time Omni-Man is appearing in a death battle, and like, oh shit, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize I had the rush. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, because me and you have had discussions in the past about Omni-Man, so.
Yeah, 'cause he's just like another wannabe Superman.
Yeah, like me and you had that whole ass discussion about Omni-Man versus Superman, and I'm just curious as to what you might think. So we'll do some research on Homelander in a second.
But what I have to say is that when it comes to Omni-Man, he's not all invincible. He can be killed.
Absolutely right, like,
Because his people have been killed. He was able to kill his own people.
oh yeah, 100%.
That means that they're not invincible. But
This-
they don't really have a full-on weakness.
It's like, unlike Superman, it's like he doesn't have like an innate weakness, but like,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Tonight, huh?
if you're busy, we can always do this another time. Hell, I've got another channel just for this because I finally made the Speak Your Mind podcast channel.
No, I'm not busy. I'm about to go home. Tonight felt like a fever dream.
What have you been doing?
I'm at the bar at my favorite bar, right?
Ah, see, I've been drinking myself, but you know, I drink on stream because I'm ridiculous.
I'll tell you, if you've been watching my stories, you
I-
can see that every Saturday I'll be at the bar.
I actually haven't been really on any social medias recently. I got a green, by the way, for the rush. Damn, we both lost our rush in that. Shit. Goku said, fuck you. I need to get you aggroed onto me because you're about to die.
First of all, what's the next about the tournament?
The tournament ran into a bit of a weird situation because the tournament went from 70 people to like 5 people a lot quicker than I thought it would. A lot quicker than I thought it would, so the grand prize is still there, but the secondary prize might have to be altered a little bit.
Because there's not enough people?
Yeah, because the secondary prize is for the person that won the most amount of matches. And I don't feel like you really deserve the secondary prize if you won, like, 4 matches.
So you tell
People dropped out. People got eliminated. It was fucking crazy.
What was the elimination condition?
You had to lose twice.
You told me a bunch of people have lost twice?
Apparently.
You do!
I mean, the rounds were best 2 out of 3, so if you lost 2 times in a row, you were immediately eliminated, but still.
What the fuck? Yo, Teresa, I'm gonna send you some things. Cause and then you can also look at my story. For the last guy who was playing, I'm telling you, I thought I was high as fuck. But I didn't know what. A band came on with a symbol.
A band came with a symbol?
A symbol. A whole ass symbol.
What the fuck? Also, Alexis, I very much appreciate the fact that you have the Khalifa card sleeves.
A second guy came, right? Was like a one-man DJ, right?
Yeah.
But like it was screamo.
Hold up, where's my speaker? I'm gonna connect it to my speaker so the chat can hear you. My game is running at negative frames per second. I just watched Gamma 2's cape move in about 17 different ways. Oh no!
Wait, hold up. But is it worse than that time when I had a jaw and everything went pink?
Oh no, I'm telling you right now, I just watched this fool's cape go up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. That cape was actually entering a down, down, up, circle back square in a cheat code.
He's like, I got you, fam. We're gonna win this game together.
He was actually... Alright, let me connect you to the fucking speaker. Oh my god. Hold on. Let me call you right back so it connects to the speaker.
Oh, Chad.
My phone's being weird. Hold on.
Look, call myself fucking weird.
I've always got to like connect it and then reconnect it. And there we go. Now you're connected to the speaker. All right.
Hello, chat.
Oh shit, that was loud.
I want to give everyone a yow.
He said, "Yow." I mean, to be fair, my phone is like really hot and also at 25%. So.
Yo, Dimitri, I shit you not. I don't know what's happening tonight. That noise you heard before was the last band. And what this man did, I thought he was a DJ at first, right?
We got to look up some
DJ,
Homelander
But
stuff.
he was a one-man screamo band.
We'll get back to co-op in a second, but I really want to have this conversation about Omni-Man versus Homelander, so we got to look up the Homelander stats.
Yeah, look at Homelander stats, because he hasn't been mentioned in a long time. Why is he being mentioned now? That's the weird part about it. Not many people know who Homelander is. A lot Uber.
Well, considering how the very first thing that shows up is a question that says, is Homelander stronger than Superman? I think we're in for a ride.
Oh, no, okay, I got you. I know everything about Oven now. Homelander is iffy because I haven't heard from him in a long time.
Despite Homelander's supremacy in his own universe, Superman wins this conflict. Okay, so he's not as powerful as Superman, and it explains why. I skimmed over it. He's not as powerful as Superman. But the fact that that question exists means we have a fight on our hands.
All right. Well, let's talk about Homelander's abilities. What do you got?
Alright, let me... Homelander abilities. Oh, that's why they compare him to Superman. The Homelander's powers include heat vision, super strength, durability, flight, and enhanced vocal cords.
Wait, hold up, rewind that. What?
He has Superman's powers.
He has heat vision, enhanced vocal cords, and invincibility?
Super strength, durability. So basically, he's basically weaker Superman. Homelander is basically weaker Superman.
So Omni-Man, eh?
Yes. So basically, Omni-Man is fighting his equal here in terms of powers.
But why enhance?
Let me look at his feats. Let's look at Homelander feats.
That's what's throwing me off. Advanced vocal cords.
Basically, like fuck. You know the people that can like yell and hurt Superman with just their yell?
Yeah.
Basically that.
So he has Black Canary's powers.
Yeah, he's basically like a mix of Black Canary, Superman, and from what it looks like, also Batman, because he's pretty intelligent as well.
Well, no, that's not a superpower. Anyone can be intelligent.
Anybody can be intelligent, but only a select few can be Batman intelligent. And this thing makes a point of emphasizing his intelligence. And how good he is at manipulating his opponents with that intelligence.
Now the question is if this is what the powers you're telling me he has, the thought process that I have is that can Omni-Man be manipulated? Because he's really stubborn.
He is, but he does have a weak spot. We saw in Invincible. He won't kill his son.
Yeah, but that's his son.
Yeah, but his son is his weak point. So if Homelander can do some deceptive bullshit...
So, what you're telling me, if Homelander can gaslight Omni-Man...
he can gaslight the shit out of Omni-Man.
But that will require Homelander to know Omni-Man.
It would. And that's a major thing that separates, I think, Batman from a lot of players. Is that Batman needs time to prepare for most people. And I think Homelander is probably the same way.
Well,
However,
wait, hold up.
Homelander also has Superman's fucking powers. So...
Well, yeah, the heat vision...
Oh no, it literally says right here. Homelander is directly inspired from Superman.
But so is Omni-Man.
Alright, so I'm taking a look at all of his powers. So, in a laboratory, this is where Homelander began developing his abilities of flight, invulnerability, increased strength, super hearing, X-ray vision, and laser vision. He literally has all of Superman's powers.
Okay. He might have a slight advantage. The X-ray vision and laser vision.
Yeah, those are two things Omni-Man doesn't have.
And maybe the intense hearing. I don't know if Omni-Man really has intense hearing.
Omni-Man definitely has better hearing than the average human, but I don't know if it's like Superman level hearing. Because like Superman can hear the entire planet at once, right? So I don't know if Omni-Man can hear that much. No, that is true. He doesn't have all of Superman's powers because Superman also has the ice breath. That is actually very true. Superman has the ice breath, Homelander doesn't. So Homelander is missing that.
Power out of
Right, like that's one power out of like fucking 15.
Like, that's not that big of a difference.
However, Superman's ice breath has been shown to freeze enemies on his level, so he can freeze Omni-Man. Albeit temporary, he can do it. Homelander does not have that advantage.
The best question is, who universe are they for fighting it?
Let me take a look at the description for it and see what they're going to be doing.
And then we have to talk about what have Homelander has achieved. Because remember, Omni-Man was able to take out a whole planet in like a matter of weeks while also aging rapidly.
Okay, so I found an article that was published around the time Death Battle announced this, and it says Omni-Man would be able to defeat Homelander. The two are very similar. While Homelander might have more diverse set of powers, Omni-Man has more experience battling tough opponents. That is very true. Homelander does not have anywhere near as much experience as Omni-Man does of fighting enemies at his level.
Waiting an Uber?
Yes. Thank you.
I didn't want to butcher the name, sorry.
No, it's okay. I get it a lot. It's getting changed. Oh,
Sorry. Probably have more room though for you as well.
yeah.
Did you get an Uber?
Yeah, no, I'm going home. This van, no. This whole night been a fever dream with this man. I can't. When you, Dimitri, you don't understand. When you hear a one-man DJ screamo band, and then he randomly throw up cymbals to hit the ground as aesthetic.
Yeah, Omni-Man's been doing it longer. Homelander had. So, like I said, Homelander doesn't have the same experience of fighting enemies at his level that Omni-Man does. Omni-Man has fought his own kind. Homelander has never fought a being at his level before. He's always been the overpowered one. He's always been the endgame power, like Saitama. He's always been the endgame power. So he doesn't have that kind of experience fighting someone on Omni-Man's level. Whereas Omni-Man definitely does.
That's questionable for Omni-Man. Because here's the problem. Omni-Man, even though he has strong opponents, his only strongest opponent was the Immortal.
Well, okay, technically, okay, I've read the Invincible manga, so Omni-Man does fight other, what the fuck is his race called?
His own kind.
Yeah,
Vegemites.
He has
Basically
fought
vegetable superheroes.
He has fought beings of his own race in the past. And those beings were at the same level as him. He has fought beings on equal footing as him. So Omni-Man does have the experience. Homelander doesn't.
I am passing a group of cops on bicycles.
What the fuck?
We are finally in Ireland.
What do you mean, cops on bicycles?
It's literally 12:39 at night, and there's 7 cops on bicycles.
Oh,
What are they gonna do if they catch a person? All right, guy, get on the bike. Chee.
Bro, I'm too drunk for that. I'm too drunk for that nonsense.
I officially have seen everything in Tennessee.
Here's the problem with Saitama versus Homelander.
Okay, maybe the Uber driver has looked at me weird. Maybe not. Maybe there's more.
You always get weird.
Here's the problem with Saitama versus Homelander. Homelander is definitely more powerful than Saitama. However, Saitama is a much better fighter than Homelander. So, while he won't win in his One Punch Man, while he won't live up to his One Punch Man gimmick, Saitama probably would beat Homelander. Not because he got overpowered, but because he got outskilled. Saitama is a very skilled fighter. He knows what he's doing. Homelander very much relies on his power. Because he's never had to face anybody that equals
So he doesn't
him.
rely on his intelligence.
He relies on his intelligence when he's facing someone who doesn't have power but is smarter than him. Like kind of like a Joker situation where it doesn't matter how hard Batman hits him, that's not going to give him the win. Right? So like in those situations, he relies on his intelligence. But if he's fighting another powerful being, he's always been more powerful than that being. So he's always been able to rely on his power, except for those very few scenarios where he's fighting someone who he definitely outclasses in terms of power, but they outclass him in intelligence, so he has to think strategically.
Well, I'm gonna say if he fight Omni-Man now, as he is, right, and use intelligence and his powers, he has a bigger advantage.
He definitely has a
Because of
chance.
his
He definitely
versatility.
can beat Omni-Man. The thing that makes me lean more towards Omni-Man is Omni-Man just has more fighting experience. He's just the better fighter. Homelander doesn't have as much real fighting experience. He kind of just like one-hit KOs everything like Saitama does. But the difference between Homelander and Saitama is Saitama trains. Homelander was gifted these powers and never had to train. Omni-Man actually goes out of his way to be better at what he does because that's just what his race is. They're meant to be, the best and most powerful race in the universe. So he definitely does train. He definitely does, perfect his craft. And Omni-Man is a much more experienced fighter than Homelander.
Well, my biggest question is, how tough is Omni-Man against Heat Vision? Because Heat Vision doesn't have a limit. The limit of Heat Vision is the power of the defense on the Heat.
I'm going to base this off of Superman since Homelander is based off Superman. So I'm going to assume that Homelander has the same limit that Superman has, and Superman's limit is 1 million times that of the temperature of the sun.
Keep going on the road.
So
I'll tell you what.
Superman's heat vision could probably reach around 100 trillion
On the
degrees.
street, take a right.
Can Omni-Man withstand
almost-
a heat vision blast of 100 trillion degrees?
Take a right turn, then make a U-turn.
Granted, Superman can only do that if he's absorbed power from the sun. Homelander doesn't have that advantage. Homelander does not get his power from the sun. He has a set limit. Superman doesn't. That's why Superman versus Omni-Man is an actual competition. Homelander has a limit.
Take a right
Superman
turn, then make a
doesn't.
right.
So
That's building on the on the back corner.
Omni-Man does fly through space. I think he can. Here's the difference. Space isn't that hot. Space is about 3,000 degrees. Superman can chuck heat vision at you at 100 trillion degrees. That's far hotter than anything in the universe. Omni-Man being able to travel at light speed through outer space
Like anime Korean. It's all good.
has nothing to do with his ability to withstand a heat vision blast from Superman. And by extension, Omni-Man. Or not Omni-Man, Homelander. Homelander definitely has a limit. And I'm going to assume that his limit is that 100 trillion. While Superman can absorb as much sunlight as he needs to beat whatever enemy is in front of him, Homelander doesn't have that advantage. So I'm going to assume that Homelander's maximum heat vision output is that 100 trillion. Can Omni-Man survive a heat vision blast that clocks in at 100 trillion degrees?
And look, wait, hear me out, right? If we're gonna talk about Superman's fate, and this is going back to like the Goku scenario, right?
I'm gonna be off camera, but I can still hear you, so keep talking.
If it's going back to like the Goku scenario, right? Back then, Superman in a Superman movie has able to shoot a laser beam back in his own brain and shot a microscopic orb that was turning him evil. Using X-rays in a mirror. If Homelander could use the same amount of his intelligence and X-ray vision and heat vision, he could just blow out Omni-Man's brain with the right shot.
Alright, sorry, I was doing but that's actually a very good point. It's actually explained in the movie Superman versus the Elite that Superman can focus his heat vision to a microscopic level and perform literal lobotomies to you without you even feeling anything. Because in Superman versus the Elite, he used his X-ray vision to scan the brain of his enemy. He found an abnormality, which was giving him his magical powers, and he used microscopic heat vision to cut it out of his brain. So, while Superman can do that, that doesn't necessarily mean Homelander can do that. Superman has trained to be able to, like, maximize his powers. Homelander doesn't train like Superman does, though. That's the biggest issue. Like, can Homelander do it? Yes. Will he be able to do it? That's a whole nother problem. See, the problem with Homelander is, like, his comics are so, like... They don't really...
It was so niche.
Yeah, his comics are so niche that even I don't know everything about Homelander. So it's like, I'd have to spend hours researching Homelander to really get a grasp of just how powerful he is, which I'm willing to do. Right, like, genuinely, I'm willing to spend those hours doing that research, tell it to you, and then me and you can do a fucking podcast about it. Like...
Well, here's the thing. Good point that you put in training, but here's the problem with that. You neither have Omni-Man. Omni-Man hasn't trained since he ever got on Earth.
Omni-Man doesn't train, but he continues to fight. Omni-Man never stopped fighting. Even when he settled down, he was still fighting. Homelander, his fights don't give him any experience because he's so overpowered. Omni-Man, while he usually doesn't have to struggle, there have been a few occasions, in the manga, it shows us that there have been a few occasions where Omni-Man has had to really break his own limits in order to win a fight. So Omni-Man has experience. He doesn't have the training, but he has experience. And I think experience matters a lot.
If we're counting the intergalactic police officer, you know, the alien that usually come every few cycles to Earth. Yeah, maybe. But like,
my thing is, Omni-Man's experience, I think, trumps Homelander's powers. Omni-Man is used to using all of his abilities at once. He's used to fighting strong opponents. Even if they're not as strong as him, they can still, you know, they punch him in the face, it hurts. Homelander, he's just as invincible as Superman. But unlike Superman, he doesn't have villains with the intelligence level to deal with Superman. Like, Superman had fucking Darkseid, an actual god. He had Lex Luthor, the smartest man alive. He had Parasite, who could steal his powers.
Brainiac.
He had Brainiac, who's even more powerful than him. He had Livewire, who could actually produce enough electrical energy to kill Superman. He had Doomsday. Like, he's had so many enemies that are either just He's had so many enemies that are either more powerful than him or smarter than him and could take advantage of his weaknesses. Homelander
But here's the
hasn't
thing:
had that.
Superman's most clutch is the sun. Even though how much as he gets like overpowered, every time he hits the sun and he wins. Simple thing. It's not like he outsmarted him or like.
I mean, Superman has had to outsmart people like Lex Luthor. Like, there are a handful of people that he's had to outsmart because Lex Luthor, you can throw all the powers you want at him. He has a way around it. You have to outsmart Lex Luthor.
But here's the thing: Lex Luthor is the equivalent of Batman. He has studied Superman. That's the only difference.
Fair enough. Batman beats Superman because Batman is smart enough to take advantage of all of Superman's weaknesses, and the same goes for Lex Luthor. But like, even with Doomsday, it's like no amount of sunlight was gonna was gonna enable him to beat Doomsday. In almost every single fight the two of them have had, Superman either dies or is so fucked up afterwards. Like most Superman versus Doomsdays either result in Superman's death or they result in Superman being out of commission for literal comic book months.
Well, here's the thing with Doomsday. Doomsday is not really of intelligence, more of power.
Yeah, oh yeah. Doomsday doesn't have the intelligence, but Doomsday gets stronger as he keeps. He's kind of like the Hulk. Every single time you hit him with something that he wasn't prepared for, he then evolves to be prepared for it. You can never kill him in the same way twice. If you hit him with one move, he not only gains that ability. Like when Superman hit him with his heat vision, Doomsday immediately gained his heat vision. Like Doomsday is literally built to evolve and adapt to whatever he's fighting. Homelander has never dealt with something like that.
Adaptation.
To be fair, neither is Omni-Man.
There's ways to instantly defeat Doomsday, but for comic book reasons, they don't do it.
Superman can obviously sit inside the sun for 45 minutes and beat Doomsday, but Doomsday also has Kryptonian DNA. So if Superman did that, Doomsday would follow him, and then he would also gain the power from the sun.
True. But here's the thing when it comes to Doomsday. Doomsday doesn't really, just like Superman, well, Superman has last long. Doomsday doesn't really have the power of flight. It's more of him jumping.
He can jump very high, but the problem with that is, okay, I'm going to say this. It's very inconsistent in Doomsday stories, but the highest Doomsday has ever jumped was from the streets of Metropolis to the surface of the moon. So if he can jump that far, he can then jump from the moon probably over to like Mercury and then jump into the sun, build up his power, jump out, and beat the shit out of anybody.
But hear me out, right? I thought of two scenarios where Doomsday could be easily defeated without fully fighting him. Because Superman, if he could, take the blows longer, right? Fly him out into space and then stop. And then fly off.
That is the thing. Doomsday doesn't like certain versions of Doomsday doesn't know how to breathe in outer space. So Superman has beaten Doomsday by just taking him into outer space. But that depends on what version of Doomsday we're talking about. And if we're talking about the most powerful version of Doomsday, he can survive in outer space.
Okay, well, here's another scenario, right? So Superman had back then survived cracking a black hole, right?
I mean, he fucking held a black hole in his hand.
Okay, Doomsday, if thrown in the black hole, he's not prepared or ready to adapt something that he doesn't understand. No. He won't be able to understand a black hole, so throw him in there, that's it.
You could do that. The only issue is Superman would have to have a black hole ready, and he's not going to do that on Earth, so he'd likely try and take Doomsday to a black hole, and that's going to...
He flew around space before. He has the knowledge of how our intergalactic system works.
I mean, he did travel across the entire universe in 60 minutes, so...
Exactly. So it would be easy for him to find a random black hole that's going around. It won't take him long.
No,
If anything, there's a black hole probably outside of our solar system. He just throw that.
hell, he could get to the center of the galaxy and just throw him in that one.
Exactly. And then game over. Enough said, done. He can't survive it unless he understands it, and he's not smart enough to understand things in such a complex way.
The only
Unless
issue
someone
is
sit there and
Doomsday
teach
does
us that.
understand when he's in danger. So if he grabs Superman and drags him with him, then Superman is forced to fly him out. And Doomsday would most likely do that because it's a survival machine. He's built for survival. If he feels like he's in danger, he's going to do whatever he feels is necessary to keep himself out of danger. Because remember, Doomsday was built off of having an organism die over and over again, throwing him in a death situation and having him die repeatedly. So he knows how to survive. And if he feels like this black hole is going to kill him, he's going to grab Superman and take him with him. And then if that happens, Superman has to fly him out in order to save himself. The only reason why I like even include that as a possibility is because that's the most likely possibility.
Right?
Now, Superman can move fast enough to break Doomsday's neck. We've seen that in the movies. We've seen it in the comics. Superman can fly fast enough to break Doomsday's neck, which will kill him. But every single time Superman has tried that, he's also died in the process. I love how this went from an Omni-Man versus Homelander discussion to a Superman versus Doomsday discussion.
Yeah, that changed quite rapidly.
I mean, Doomsday is like the only person that can reliably kill Superman, so.
Yeah.
I also just realized that my music ended. That's embarrassing. Oh, an 8-bit Battle Rock Galaxy? I gotta hear this one. Bro, imagine if the NES technology was actually good enough to play Mario Galaxy.
We're getting off topic.
We are, but I have my Switch sitting right next to me, and I have Mario 3D All-Stars, which has Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy.
That's crazy.
Easily the 3 best Mario games to have ever existed. Fight me, nerds. Fucking fight me, nerds. Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy are the 3 best Mario games to have ever been created. Fucking fight me.
No. I know, I just need for my phone.
Doomsday cannot destroy all of Dragon Ball Super. Let me explain why. Doomsday has no answer against the Hakai.
Oh, yeah, no. Doomsday has to understand what Hakai is for him to defeat it.
Doomsday has to have already experienced Hakai in order to be able to defeat it. Beerus could easily erase Doomsday. Now, I'm going to say that Doomsday is more powerful than Beerus. That is not a question. Doomsday is 100% more powerful than Beerus. But the Hakai is more powerful than Doomsday.
Even though that is a cop-out way to, like, you know, win.
It is a cop-out, but it's a legitimate, like, way of beating Doomsday. Also, what's good, Beast Mode? Also, just because we're wildly off topic, I just recently did, literally in this stream, I just got finished it right before I called you, a review of a YouTuber called Twins Inc., who did a magical girl run in Pokemon Sword.
Sorry, repeat that one more time.
I just did a review of a YouTuber called Twins Inc. who did a magical girl run in Pokemon Sword.
Good night.
And her team was okay. I had my fair share of criticisms. I'm just curious as to what team would you use if your Pokemon had to fit the magical girl aesthetic?
This is a key concept. Yes.
Okay, that's actually a misconception. Hakai doesn't only work on people weaker than you. If you're stronger than the person using it, you can overpower it. However, Beerus's Hakai is different from Sidra's Hakai. Sidra's Hakai was a ball. Beerus's Hakai is just, you put your hand out front and they just start to get erased. Beerus was far stronger than Sidra. That's why Frieza was able to overcome it. Beerus is stronger than Frieza. Frieza would be just as easily affected as Beerus's Hakai as the fucking Ghost was. Beerus's Hakai is not the same as Sidra or Topo's Hakai. Their Hakais are very different than Beerus's Hakai. Their Hakais are energy balls. You can overcome an energy ball. Beerus's Hakai is just, he puts his hand in front of him and you cease to exist. There's no energy involved in that. He says the word Hakai and then you cease to exist. That is an entirely different version of the Hakai. That specific version of Hakai, Doomsday cannot handle. Could he survive Topo's Hakai? Yes. Could he survive Beerus's Hakai? No. Am I excited for the anniversary? Considering we've already been spoiled that Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku is coming for the anniversary, I am excited. Like, I don't really give a shit about Goku. Like, Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku doesn't hype me up as much as some other characters do. But I do like Mastered Ultra Instinct. I do like Ultra Instinct as a form, or not a form, but like a technique. I definitely am hyped for the anniversary, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what they pair with MUI Goku. I'm personally hoping that it's our first ever LFZ Broly. Because we still don't have an LFZ Broly, and I think the hero versus villain dynamic would be perfect with MUI versus like a super powered Z Broly. Hell, Z Broly might be the only thing that gets this fucker to play Legends.
Look, man. In order for me to keep up with Legend, majority is just pay to win.
It is, but they've been doing a lot of stuff recently. Like, I actually, would I recommend Legends to people? Not quite yet, but Legends definitely is.
Because Legends still gotta get better.
What animation would Z Broly's LF be? I think his gigantic burst would be a decent LF. You would just add some attacks in before it, and then just make it, super flashy, right? They'd have to get creative with the Z Broly LF, but they did it with Super Broly. They can do it with Z Broly. I personally think that MUI and Z Broly would be great, because last year they did Gogeta 4, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and corrupted Zamasu. And the story was it was the normal timeline of Vegito Blue fighting corrupted Zamasu, and then Gogeta appeared, and they were like, you know what, I'm going to let you deal with it. And then we got Gogeta versus Zamasu. I think it would be entirely possible if they did some Dragon Ball Heroes shit, and we got Few as a 1% sparking, and he chucked Z Broly in against MUI in the Tournament of Power. That would be fucking dope. Because We know that they're doing the Dragon Ball Super. We know that they're doing the Dragon Ball Super collab, or the Dragon Ball Super Dragon Ball Heroes collab. Shallot is in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, so they could actually make that collab, happen during the anniversary. And they could give us Few as a 1% during the anniversary, and he could make Z Broly versus UI happen.
True.
And that would be fucking
Wait,
awesome.
no. Now refresh my memory. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Refresh my memory. Bro, the Broly Super movie was after the Tournament Power, right?
Yes.
So
Dragon Ball Super Broly was immediately after it was like a couple weeks after the Tournament of Power.
okay, so later down the line, let's say Goku has mastered his instinct, right?
In the current manga, Goku has. So.
Yeah, the current manga. Okay, so with that being said, this is not an impossibility. This could happen at any time if they want.
They could.
And they hinted that in the movie.
Oh yeah, they
Ultra
definitely
Instinct,
did
but
hint that in the movie.
But it flashed in Ultra Instinct for a quick second, and then he went to a different form.
Granted, that was done for fan service, but
Of course.
it doesn't mean that it wasn't like canon.
The original situation, I say, if Homelander used his wit and his versatility of powers, right, he will win. Because all the only thing Omni-Man really has is strength.
Homelander is
And-
definitely
and
stronger
vulnerability.
than Omni-Man, but Omni-Man has that experience and the ability to
Yeah,
use
but-
his power.
But you said he's good. You said Homelander is good at manipulating people.
He is. But the
After
only thing that
fighting
could
and
really get to
talking-
Omni-Man is his son. And if
No,
Homelander doesn't
no.
have access to Omni-Man's kid,
No. See, yes, his son might be his only weakness. Well, it's okay. His son might be his weakness, but it's not his only weakness. His mentality for the human race and why to protect it is his weakness.
yeah, fair enough. He does, as much as the finale of
He doesn't
season 1 of
understand
Invincible.
what real heroes do things for.
Yeah.
That would
Homelander
set him
is a
off
hero.
If you push that.
Homelander is a real hero, so he could like get into Omni-Man's head and be like, "What type of hero are you?" Right?
Yeah, like if you say if he fight Homelander, right? And
Who do I
as he
have
fight
money
Homelander-
on? If I gotta put money on Omni-Man or Homelander,
I'll put money on Homelander. I'm sorry. Like,
you got money on Homelander?
I feel like I got money on Homelander.
Then you know what? We've always been opposing forces, so I'll put money on Omni-Man.
Like look. Let's agree something, right? They can't win by bullshit.
Ghost Rider or Doomsday? Nigga! Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. His soul is gone. That's it.
Fucking
It's done.
Ghost Rider, what the hell?
Did you forget who Ghost Rider fought before?
Ghost Rider is actually OP as hell.
Like Ghost Rider fought the embodiment of evil.
Like Ghost Rider is
embodiment.
actually fucking overpowered. It's kind of crazy. It's almost disrespectful how broken Ghost Rider is.
Like you fail to realize. Hold on. Like, don't get me wrong, chat. You're good people. You're chaotic, but you're good people. You're good people. Let me explain something. Ghost Rider is an entity that can't really be contained unless
Yeah,
another
Ghost
person
Rider is
uses magic.
insane. Yeah, facts. Nah,
'Cause you gotta remember,
Ghost Rider
Ghost Rider
beats Doomsday. Like I'm not
You
like
gotta-
Ghost Rider even beats Superman. Like I'm not even kidding. Ghost Rider beats Superman.
As long as a person has a soul, they lose.
Superman doesn't just have a soul; he has a pure soul, which Ghost Rider will
Bro,
take even
but
more
he also
pleasure in
has
taking.
guilt.
Superman
He
is one of
might
the
be
most
good,
pure
but he
souls
still
out
has
there.
sin.
Ghost Rider
And we're
versus
using-
Lobo?
Yeah,
Ooh.
no, that happened.
That
That's what
did
I'm saying.
happen.
That's the. Yeah, Lobo is the embodiment of evil. He was literally born evil on a planet full of nothing but good.
And he's just as
about
immortal
that.
as Ghost Rider.
He ate a planet. He ate a whole city by himself.
Lobo did beat Superman. Here's the thing. People seem to think Superman is like the greatest, the most powerful character in fiction. He's nowhere
Lobo wins.
close to it.
Lobo has won.
Superman might be in like the top 50.
But there's clear people who could beat Superman.
Like Superman is definitely like the top like 25 maybe. Like I think if I'm being generous, Superman is in the top 25 most powerful characters in fiction. But that still puts 24 other characters above him.
And think about it, there's more characters on the way.
Hell, I would put Doctor Strange above Superman.
Yeah,
Because
dog,
Superman can't deal with magic.
He can't understand magic, so he can't counter it.
Superman doesn't like magic. Anytime Superman deals with magic, you always see that joke. It's like, I hate magic. Because he can't fucking deal with it.
He can't explain it. He can't scientific it. It's just he's fucked. And you can rewarp reality. So
Also, to
you
be
lose.
fair, Doctor Strange is broken. Like,
Oh yeah.
we're not gonna sit here and pretend like Doctor Strange doesn't beat like 95% of fiction because he's fucking broken.
Because
But
let's be honest. If you've seen the Multiverse of Madness movie,
I still haven't
You
seen
can
it yet.
already see how it's
Don't
going.
you fucking spoil shit. I'm waiting for it to
I'm
appear
not
on Disney
spoiling it.
Plus.
I'm not spoiling it, but I will say I give it a 6.
I'm waiting for it to show up on Disney Plus, and then I'm probably gonna stream my reaction to it.
Oh, we're gonna do a whole podcast. I'll join you on that conversation.
Oh, definitely. Once I watch Multiverse of Madness, I'm gonna get because DJ's also gonna end up watching it because he's got Disney Plus. I'm using his Disney Plus, so I'm probably gonna get you. I'm gonna get him. I may even try and get some more people who have seen the movie on. We're gonna fucking talk about Multiverse of Madness because Doctor Strange, Tony Stark and Doctor Strange are my two favorite MCU characters. And since Tony is gone, that only leaves Strange.
Is he gone? That's a question.
Well, not necessarily, because there's, the Illuminati. We all know there's a version of Tony Stark in the Illuminati. The comics say it. The movie hints at it. I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen the screenshots. He's in there.
Yeah.
But, so, like, we know Tony Stark can return. The question is, will Robert Downey Jr. return? That's the question.
Mm.
I hope he does. But Robert Downey Jr. has also been playing Iron Man for 12 fucking years. I think it's time for him to move the fuck on.
The question is, does he have a reason to return?
Yeah, Vegeta should have lost to Thor. Hold up, did Vegeta... I need you to be honest with me. Did Vegeta beat Thor in the death battle? Because if he did, I'm gonna be mad.
Why? Thor ain't invincible.
Thor... No. I've read the comics. Vegeta gets bodied. Even Ultra Ego Vegeta gets bodied by Thor. Thor is so fucking powerful. Vegeta lost? Okay, good. Vegeta should lose. Even with Ultra Ego, Vegeta loses to Thor. And if you fucking read the comic books, you know why Vegeta loses to Thor. Thor doesn't even
That
need
in the movie.
Stormbreaker. Thor doesn't even need Stormbreaker to beat Vegeta. He can beat Vegeta with Mjolnir. Thor is so powerful in the comics. The MCU is not, under any circumstances, an accurate representation of how strong Thor is. Thor is a literal god. And in the comics, he fucking shows it. He is a god. The only being that can contest with Thor is Doctor Strange. Granted, when you can destroy an entire fucking universe with your bare hands, yeah, you can contest with a fucking god. Doctor Strange is broken!
When you mess with a man who can now not just mess with your reality, but mess with other universes, what can you do? That's a problem. How do you fight that?
Sorry, I had to stand up. My biggest question is, how do you beat someone who can push your soul out of your body? If he makes physical contact with you, he can push your soul out of your body, rendering your physical body useless. How do you beat that?
Hold on. I want to also know he could still fight your spirit.
Yeah, he can still fight your spirit in both his physical form and the astral form. How do you beat that?
Like, he can touch spirit. That was proven.
Like, what the fuck?
This man he doesn't have, like, you know...
And the problem is, Doctor Strange doesn't have a weakness. Like, sure, you can throw his loved ones at him, but he's the fucking Sorcerer Supreme!
Right? He will probably just rewind time like it never happened.
He's got the fucking time stone!
No, wait.
In the MCU, in the MCU, he doesn't have the time stone anymore. But in the comics, he still has the time stone! How do you beat him?
But hold up, in a multiverse of madness, he has a new power now.
He does have a new power. The Eye of Agamotto does something. I don't know what it does because I haven't seen the movie, but they put an emphasis on it, so it does something. What do you do against fucking Doctor Strange?
So hear me out, right? Okay, I got you, Dimitri. I got you.
Wait. Does it spoil anything important in the movie?
No, because you already saw the Eye of Agamotto.
Go ahead.
The Eye of Agamotto was a book before entering him, and that book was the ultimate evil of sorcery. Note that. Knowing that he has that...
Wait! Doctor Strange Supreme! The Sinister Strange! Fuck! I knew he was there for a reason!
Wait, but it's funny though. Even though he has the Eye of Agamotto, right? He's not evil.
No, because this Doctor Strange isn't, but I know he encounters a Sinister Strange.
He does, from a different universe.
Because my favorite part of the trailer is the whole, things just got out of hand. That is easily my favorite part of the fucking trailers, because Benedict Cumberbatch is such a good actor. Like, I'm sorry, Robert Downey Jr. and Benedict Cumberbatch are the best actors in the MCU. like, Benedict Cumberbatch, I think, is number one. Because not only can he play Doctor Strange, he can play both normal and evil Doctor Strange at the same time and make them actually feel distinct from each other. Benedict Cumberbatch is such a good actor. Like, he might be the best actor in the world right now.
That might be a stretch.
I mean, because think about it. Most of the other, like, top-tier actors are getting old. Benedict Cumberbatch is still in his prime.
But here's the thing, calling him might be the best in the world is
okay. I'll say this: he's the best superhero in the world.
That also might be a stretch.
Because here's the thing: Christopher Reeves, he's gone. We don't have Christopher Reeves anymore to play Superman.
Even though he's not here, his feats are still known forever.
They are, but he's not here anymore. When I say he's the best superhero actor, I mean he's the best living one.
Okay, that's better. But that also
Christian Bale, he's not playing Batman anymore, so we can't count him either.
What about the people who play Spider-Man?
Chadwick Boseman is unfortunately not with us anymore, so I can't include him.
Oh.
Black Panther, unfortunately, may he rest in peace. He was a phenomenal Black Panther, and he was taken from us way too early due to cancer, and
it sucks that what happened to him.
It really fucking sucks. He was phenomenal, but because he has passed on, I cannot include him in the conversation. It sucks because Chadwick Boseman was so good as Black Panther, man. Like I know you've seen the Black Panther movies. You've seen the movies. You know how good he fucking is.
What about the actor for Dr. Xavier?
My problem with him is he's been Professor X for so long that I don't feel like I should include him because of how old he is.
But he's been in multiple different other things that makes him the best actor.
He is, but like he's so old. I feel like when I talk about Benedict Cumberbatch, I'm more talking about people who are still in their prime. Professor X most definitely is not still in his prime. He was in his prime back in the X-Men days. But while he's still a phenomenal actor, it's not hard to be really good at a role you've been playing for like 30 years.
True.
Whereas Benedict Cumberbatch not only has to put on a fake accent, because remember, Benedict Cumberbatch is British. So that American accent is completely fake. He's making that up.
Yeah, but it's not hard to make up American.
No, it's not. But at the same time, you got to give him at least one bonus point for being able to do it so convincingly, because legitimately, until I watched the interviews for Infinity War, I didn't know Benedict Cumberbatch was British. I legitimately didn't. Like, there are some actors where you can, like, kind of tell that they're putting on a voice. With him, I genuinely couldn't tell. I actually thought he was fucking American.
Now, here's the thing, right? Back to the Thor versus Vegeta, right?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I think I might take us on an adventure to the store real quick.
Why?
Kind of hungry.
You're in the middle of streaming.
Oh, I'm gonna bring the stream with me.
Ah. Alright, that's interesting.
I'm gonna activate my fucking hotspot and I'm gonna take the stream with me. That's my phone storage, not my hotspot. Oh, my hotspot is still on.
What?
I forgot my internet was out all day yesterday, so I had to have my hotspot.
But look, back to what I was saying, right?
Alright, wait, hold up, real quick. Chat, I'm gonna disappear for a second. I need to connect my phone to my hotspot. So the stream is gonna buffer for a second. Don't worry, that's supposed to happen.